everybody. Welcome to the Blind Wave Podcast. Aaron?
Oh, I waved and I was blind.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I did them backwards.
Welcome, we're here. Finally, we have returned.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, yeah.
Hello.
How's everyone doing? Did you guys have a podcast? You didn't have a podcast last week.
No podcast last week. Nope.
Thing, right?
Yep. Correct.
Pipe Wave went 9 to 5.
We're also not having a podcast next week.
Right.
Because there's a lot of the day we're going to be having Zero Company, which is a Star Wars game that comes out next Thursday.
Yep.
And then there's some other stuff that we got to take care of later on, too.
I think we're starting right at 10 for Zero Company, because that's when you can officially start.
No, 11.
Is it 11? Yeah. It's 11. Okay.
That's 11. Well, that's for the game.
For the game. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's when the game's supposed to
We'll
come
go
out.
a little earlier, though.
But we'll probably start a little early and chat with people. But the game itself, I think, doesn't come out till 11.
Okay, gotcha.
I believe. I don't know. That's what I read. It was like 8 Eastern, 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific.
Gotcha.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yes, that would be correct.
So that's
Alrighty.
doing. That's the plan for that part. And yeah, Calvin's not here. Looks like next week's ranking will be for Calvin.
Oh, shit. Oh, we couldn't do a ranking for Calvin.
He's
We
not here.
got to really nail down a standard first.
A standard. Oh man. Let's make it an easier standard.
We'll
this
make it
time,
an
and not
easier
do
one.
not
Okay,
do
we'll do
spoons.
Yeah.
Number of spoons?
Number of spoons or importance of spoons. Well, one of the two. That's a good one. You can put Matrix in there,
It's not bad.
and then you can also put the room in there.
Oh, yeah.
But that's a tricky one, right?
It's for normal people.
I like
So-
spoons.
I don't know. We'll just figure out
Yeah.
all that. But I wasn't here last week, so I wasn't sure. But I was on vacation.
Yes, you were on vacation. Aaron, how was your vacation? Because here, it was storming like crazy every day.
I feel like it has been raining almost every day.
It's
anyway.
been
Yep.
really nuts.
Like it's
Gotta
been
go narc.
Yeah, it's been so hard to mow. I don't know if it's been raining everywhere. It feels like it's been raining everywhere.
I think Ohio hit like a rain record that has lasted for like 40 years or something like that.
And we haven't flooded though.
We haven't flooded,
which
though.
is wild.
All around us was flooding, but we weren't flooding, thankfully.
I feel like Marietta gets flooded sometimes.
I'm shocked that, like, Nate's lot back there hasn't
It
flooded.
didn't flood.
Yeah. It's like we're hitting just enough that it's raining all the time, but enough to flow it out still. And
You know,
make me mowing grass real hard.
like we've experienced like 2 100-year floods like within like 10 years of themselves. So maybe we'll get some luck this time, you know?
Maybe.
Just won't flood for a bit. This is one, right?
It is.
Yeah. Close.
But yeah,
Moonbeam's right. There is no spoon in Matrix. So you can't count that.
but
You know what? That's a good point.
but is that important?
Though there
Is it
is
important that there is no spoon?
yes, though there is one in one of the later movies because like Neo's like given like that, like remember, and that's an actual spoon, Zion. So that one can do.
The importance.
It's the importance. Okay, I get it. All right.
Because then in the room, there's a lot of spoons, but they're not really important, right?
Hey,
Not at all.
They're just there.
You can
Is it-
argue nothing.
nothing is important in that movie.
Yes.
Aaron, how was your vacation, man?
It went pretty well.
Yeah.
I had so our original plan, our original plan was that on like Tuesday we were gonna go to Kings Island, and then Wednesday I was gonna come in here and I was gonna try to do like X-Men and Ted Lasso and then leave, and then Thursday we we're gonna go to Cedar Point, and then Friday we were gonna do other stuff. I don't remember exactly. I think we were gonna do a double feature movie thing. As we discussed more and stuff, Melanie was like, "Hey, what if we did this?" And she found like an Airbnb. She goes, "What if we went to Kings Island? We stayed here. It has a sauna and stuff." I was like, "Oh, that sounds cool." And I was like, "Well, I just won't come in on Wednesday. We can stay there, and we'll go to Kings Island on like Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we'll go to Cedar Point on Thursday." Because the kids wanted to go to Cedar Point because most of them hadn't been there yet. I think Colson went with like a school trip or something. That was it.
Okay. Do you have a favorite Cedar Point or Kings Island?
Probably Cedar Point.
I
Just
think-
for the rides.
I think I like Cedar Point for the rides, but I always felt like if you're a roller coaster hound, Kings Island's pretty good too.
Kings Island has some pretty good ones.
I
I think
have-
Cedar Point has some like better ones.
I haven't been in either for like 10 years though. So.
Oh man. Well, I'll get to that in a second.
Yeah,
I
tell
guess.
me, tell me.
But so Tuesday we left like 6 a.m. Got to Kings Island about the time it opened up. Got into the park. We hit up some rides, rode some ones that we hadn't ridden before. And then it got to the point where like we were waiting in line for one ride, and like they shut it down when people were like starting to leave the line, and it was because of weather. So they're like, well, we can't do it right now, so we have to pause doing this. And then like they did something on like speakers. Melanie said because her and Colson were in another part, and Colson got to the point where like, he was on another roller coaster somewhere else, and like he was sitting down in it, and then they were like, oh no, we gotta stop it, and then they opened it up and everyone got off.
Man.
And he's like, man, he was like right there to
close.
ride it. But Tuesday there was like a real bad storm that came through, and like a tornado hit over by Cincinnati, and I was like, well, let's just leave because it's gonna rain, and maybe we can just go find dinner, go to our Airbnb, and do all that. So we went back to the car, started to leave. Just these dark clouds are coming through, and I got my address where I was going and started heading that way. And as we were driving, like the rain started, the clouds caught up, and the rain started pouring, and like it was like real bad. Like the visual like was real hard.
Yeah.
Like people were going, I don't know, on a 75. It was like people were going like 35.
Yeah.
Like it was so
That's
slow.
rough, man. It's so stressful.
And like on the highway, there was a couple of spots like a tree like was caught on like the far right lane of the highway, or like at one point like traffic just stopped, and I took a detour and went off the highway, but I'm not 100% sure because we were on the highway that like we were on the same highway that I saw a video later where a car got flipped from the wind and the tornado that came through. I think it was 71, I think is what it was.
Wow.
So I don't know if that happened ahead of us. I don't know if the tornado came through. I don't know where exactly it was, but it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Then it went away and calmed down, and we continued getting to our Airbnb. And when I got to the Airbnb, it was on like a dead end road, on a cul-de-sac. And as I came around, I'm like, oh, what are these lights up here? And as I went around this one curve, we could see this big tree laying across the road,
Oh man.
over power lines.
Yeah.
Just missed another house, and our Airbnb was right on the other side.
Right on
of
the
that.
other side. Oh my gosh.
So we couldn't get to it. There was
Yeah.
no power to it.
Well, at least you weren't there when it happened. Right?
Yeah, we could have been there, and then our car was just stuck in there, you know? And I went and talked to a guy, and they're like, hey, how's things looking? He's like, do you live over there? It's like, well, we got an Airbnb over there, and I was just wondering, like, we're going to get to that or anything? He's like, dude, we got a lot of trees down. I don't know when we're going to get to this one. It might not be tonight. I was like, oh, okay. He's like, I might find a hotel or something, to stay in. I was like, all right. So we went and we were trying to figure out what to do. We went and got food, and we were talking to the Airbnb people. I started talking to them. They put us to customer service or support or whatever to try to find us another one that night.
Yeah.
The one people that had the place were really nice and tried to help, and then they were like, well, we'll refund this, which Melanie was worried because she's like, I didn't get the insurance.
Yeah, sure.
But we didn't even get to check in or anything, and it wasn't because we didn't show up, and it was, it was just, there was their place was
Act of
Act of
God.
God.
Yeah.
unaccessible, So they were like, well, we'll refund this. And the Airbnb support, like, I called them. They said they were going to get a hold of them, and they'd get back to us. And they never got back to us at all. So we just found a hotel. Went to this one hotel. It was I think it was in Covington.
Okay.
And we got up to the room, and when I got into the room, Ayla, the kids had already been there. I forget why. I had to go to park the car. Ayla was like, don't take off your shoes. Be careful if the floor's wet. I was like, the floor's wet. And where the sink was, it had been like leak. I opened the door underneath it, and it was just like dripping out. I was like, oh gosh, okay. I was like, well, before we do anything else, let's go down, and I'll go down and talk to them. And they moved us to another room, like just over the way. So
Okay.
we slept there, and then the next day was supposed to be like more rain and stuff too, and especially in Cincinnati. And we were like, well, let's just not go to Kings Island because we had season passes, and now they're all owned by like Six Flags, essentially Cedar Fair. They're all owned, so you can get like all park pass, and it lets you go to Kings Island. You can go to Cedar Point. You
Wow.
can go to Six Flags.
Really?
There's a place in Pennsylvania you can go to that's not a Six Flags. I forget what it's
Hershey's?
called. No, it's not. They're not affiliated, but they are in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
But there's another one too. But there's all these parks you can go to with just that one pass.
That's
so we're
pretty
like, instead of going to Kings Island, we didn't have tickets. We just had our pass. We bought those last year, and they were good for the end of that last year and all of this year. And then we didn't go this year. So like, let's just bail on that, and we'll try to do 2
Bail.
days at Cedar Point or so. We drove up there. It rained a lot. Someone else said that it started flooding at Kings Island, so I'm glad we didn't go
Flooding
there.
at
Last
Kings
time I
Island.
went to Kings Island, there was horrific flooding.
They do
Oh my
flood
God.
pretty easily. It's happened a few times for us too, but went up there. We were trying to find hotels up there, and a lot of them were sold out. And then Melanie was like, well, let's try this. They have Castaway Bay, which is also owned by Cedar Point
Right.
or whatever, Cedar
Yep.
Point Resorts. And we're like, I mean, worst they can say is what every other hotel has said.
It's okay.
It's like a hotel resort kind of place.
Sure, like Disney has a lot of like hotels in the park that
Yeah.
you can do that are themed.
Yeah, they have that. Like they have like little mascots that walk around. They have an indoor like water park. They have an arcade. They have like some restaurants and
Hell yeah.
stuff.
That sounds fun.
I'd never been there before,
Uh-huh.
but we went and asked them. I was like, worst case, they do the other. What everyone else has done is say, sorry, we're
All they
booked.
can say is no.
So we went, and the guy did a hang on a second and went to the back,
Yeah.
and then came back
We got some rooms in the back.
and was like, all right, I have this room, and here's how much it'd be. Do you want to do that? And I was like, yeah, we do. He's like, are you guys going to Cedar Point? And I was like, yeah, we have this season pass. He's like, oh, well, if you show me that, I'm like, here you go. He goes, all right, we'll take 10% off. I was like, oh, cool, sweet. And we got to the room, and the room was like, it was like, here's where like the sinks were, the bathroom had its own little door, and then there was like the king bed or whatever for like me and Melanie,
Yeah.
and then there was 4 bunk beds for the kids, which was perfect.
That's perfect.
That's
Because
crazy perfect.
the last time it was like Kanan and Colston shared a bed.
Yeah.
And when I woke up, Colston was on the floor. He goes, Kanan kicked me out of the bed.
Oh,
And then Ayla and Leon were up in the other room, and Ayla was already sleeping on like this kind of chair thing, and then Leon was in like on the couch. So this was like everyone got their own bed. So that was really nice, and it also gave us an hour early pass to get into Cedar Point the next day.
hell yeah.
So instead of going to Cedar Point that day, we just went to the water park that they had there.
They have-
we were
yeah.
already pretty late, and it was kind of rainy. So we went to the water park, did the water slides. They have ones that like go outside and then back in.
Yeah, cool.
They also had a water slide coaster, which you sit on like a raft that holds 2 people, and it just like it sends you down and then shoots you back up up like with water up into like the tunnels, and then you just ride this like raft, like a roller coaster slide. So that was cool too. But so we did that, and then we went to Cedar Point, and I rode with the kids most rides. We didn't do Top Thrill, and I still don't want to ride Millennium Force because it scares me.
Is this scary? What's scary about it?
It's like one of the tallest ones, at least it used to be one of the tallest ones in the world that they had for drops. I don't think it is anymore. It also does more than a 90-degree drop, and it's also only a lap bar. So it just scares me in the sense of it. If it had the shoulder harnesses, I'd probably ride it, but the only lap bar worries me.
I've done it and I didn't die.
That's good. There's lots of people that haven't died too, but that's also the one
That's
that
implying that there's been some that have.
that's also the one that the guy like got banned for because he tried to eat chicken nuggets. Well, I mean, he did eat chicken nuggets, but he did a video of him eating chicken nuggets on the ride, which was stupid.
Had a dream.
But he got banned.
And
Don't
also,
do that.
your luck leading up to this moment might have said, maybe I don't want to push it
Maybe I don't wanna-
anymore.
Oh, there was also Siren's Curse that we rode, which was the last roller coaster we rode of the night.
Sirens Curse. Okay.
Which is really cool because it takes you up and then it tips you down, like straight down, and then you hold there for like 6 seconds, and it drops you, and then you just go on the coaster ride. But the day we were there, someone got hurt on it. I didn't find this out until Monday.
How did they get hurt?
I don't know. They didn't say. The people at the park, the spokesperson said that like someone got hurt. They were sent to the hospital. They then ran a safety check on everything. Everything checked out, and then they reopened the ride. And I was like, dude, I remember that was running, and then they shut it down, and then it opened back up, and then we rode it. So I don't know what happened or how people got hurt, but yeah.
I get nervous. The only time I really get nervous is whenever they shut it down while I'm in line, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, we're good now. Come on in." I'm like, "I think I'm okay. I don't know."
I'm the opposite.
You're the
I take
opposite?
I take advantage, and everyone leaves the line, and
Yeah?
I stay, and the line gets way shorter.
It does, yeah.
I'm pretty
It
confident.
depends how long you have to wait.
Yeah,
You know?
well, that's how I did Top Thrill Dragster a couple, like the last time I went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, the line's really long. We'll wait and we'll see. And I was just about to leave, and the ride went down, and I was like, let's give it 10 minutes, guys. 90% of the line left.
They left.
We scooted way
Yeah,
up.
that's
We
a
waited
smart
10
cheat code.
minutes. We rode it once, and we were done for the day because it's a one-time for that.
Yeah.
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 If you get in line for Top Thrill Dragster, it's usually 2 hours.
Yeah.
I'm just.
And the ride's
Yeah.
18 seconds long.
We went during the weekday, so like the longest I ever saw was like a 2-hour wait for any of the rides. But I've been there before during the summer and on the weekends and stuff too, where like I've waited 2+ hours for one ride, you know? But I definitely recommend Siren's Curse was really cool. I don't know if it's because of like some of the stuff I've been doing with Remedy games and stuff too, that like it clicked with me really well, but that might be my favorite. I also really like Maverick. Maverick is a really cool one. And Steel Vengeance, which is like a wooden coaster, but it has steel tracks. And like you do like corkscrews and stuff, but you do it through the braces of like the ride. So like you feel like you're like just in the middle of all this like wood and stuff, and you're just doing these corkscrews. It was really cool. That was a really fun one too. All the old ones that I used to like, I don't like as much anymore. I like the new ones better.
Yeah, just
They should get better.
it's just they're just better things.
Okay.
Raptor used to be one of my favorites. It's still a pretty good ride.
Raptor. Okay.
But it just, I don't know, it's a little jerkier, and for what we got to ride of Gatekeeper, I think is what it was called. It's another hanging foot ride, but you do on the wings instead of being like in the center, and it's a real fun ride. It was really neat, and we got to ride that like 6 times.
That's awesome.
Like it went so fast, and we got there early, and we were able to ride it like 3 times in a row, real quick. And riding the right or the left is different because like when it goes under for like the first drop, it goes up, and then it twists, and you do one of these.
Yeah.
And so like the first one, if you're the right side, you're going under and being pulled up, and the other one you're being lifted and hung upside down quicker. And they were both kind of different but neat. But yeah, those were all mine.
Dude, that sounds like a memorable vacation. Like, I remember a lot of my vacations, but I can remember so much clearer the ones where things went wrong versus the ones where things went right.
Sure,
So,
yeah.
like, you made some memories then.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was crazy.
I do have one bad experience on the Millennium Force.
Yeah.
And it's not the ride's fault. It was one of those trips where we were young, so we stayed late until the park was like, you gotta leave kind of deal.
Mm.
So we were doing Millennium Force late at night. So it was dark out, and it was hot and muggy, and there were so many bugs. We rode in the front, and it hurt.
Okay.
You came out, and I was wearing a t-shirt, and I just had like dozens of bugs that had splattered on I looked like the front of a car.
That's wild. Okay.
And they hurt because you're going 90.
Yeah, that one goes real fast.
Yeah.
It's a real quick drop, and it's a lot of these. Like it doesn't flip.
Yeah.
You know, but it's
Wow. Okay.
That one's that one has always scared me ever since I was little. So I was like, I don't want to ride it.
I'm so tempted to look up, like, terrible accidents that happened at Cedar Point, you know, just like, now I'm interested. But, like, if I do that, I might never go back.
They're
Yeah.
really, really rare.
I remember like being there one time and seeing Millennium Force getting stuck up at the top before the drop.
Yeah.
And they had to go up there and walk him down. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that.
There's like stuff like that happens, but the times people get injured is really, really low.
Okay.
Like Top Thrill is pretty notorious for getting stuck at the top because it launches you so fast, but it has to go so high. The weight balance is really iffy, and if the weight balance of your car is off, you might get stuck up top. That's not super uncommon, but getting hurt is pretty uncommon.
They also, for Top Thrill 2, for Steel Vengeance, and for Siren's Curse, they have metal detectors with forced lockers, and they're like, you are not allowed to take anything. Don't take glasses, don't take phones, nothing's allowed to go on.
Okay.
And I'm assuming it might be one of those things where it's like, we don't want you to have something, or someone trying to film something on there, or whatever, and then you drop it.
Yeah,
and,
hit the guy behind you.
Top Thrill Dragster goes like 120 miles an hour at one point. And you don't want to lose your phone going 120 and it hits someone in the face, you know? So, but Top Thrill 2 is a cool one because they had Top Thrill 1, and I don't know how well you know about any of their coasters, Eric. Top Thrill 1, it sets you up, and it's set up like it's a drag race kind of idea, right?
Yeah.
And it's like boop, boop,
Top
boop,
Thrill.
boop, and
Okay.
it shoots off, and it uses magnets to propel you really
Okay.
fast, right? So the ride would be that you shoot off, you go up, and you go over this hill, and you come back down, and you come this way, and then it launches you back
That's
over.
cool.
The ride used to sometimes not, like he was saying, the weight distribution, different things. Sometimes it would launch you, and it wouldn't make it over, and you'd come back down.
That's so you don't know which one like you're gonna be on.
Sometimes it just doesn't make it.
Okay,
And they would
gotcha.
just be like, oh shit, okay, hang on, launch again.
Do it again.
Launch again.
Oh, man.
And Top Thrill 2, they just made that part of the ride. So now
okay.
when you get launched, you never make it the first time. And then they launch you back this way, and you go up a thing behind you.
That's cool.
And then you come back down and like launch you back up and over, and then you do the full ride back the way it is. So it's pretty cool. I like that one. I haven't gotten to ride it though because the line's always so long. So I'm
Okay.
always like, why? Yeah, I rode Gatekeeper 6 times
Yeah.
instead of riding Top Thrill once.
Yeah, Top Thrill is basically like a quarter of your day.
Yeah.
Just waiting for like a legitimate 30-second ride.
It might be like if you get there early and you get there and you wait out, like especially if you do like that early time.
Yeah, the best thing to do is take that early time, ride for like 45 minutes,
And then get
at like
into the line.
9:45, get in line, and you can get in like 30, 45 minutes. Ride it once, and you're done, and the rest of the park is generally nicer because everybody's waiting for a top throw.
Yeah. But no, I would recommend if you don't want to ride Top Thrill, I recommend Siren's Curse. It was really cool.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite like experiences on a coaster, especially if you don't know anything about it. And Maverick also had one of those kind of moments.
Cool.
That was really cool. And
Okay.
Seal of Vengeance was just fun, and Gatekeeper was just fun. They
Nope.
weren't like super like there wasn't anything on them that I was like not expecting.
Gotcha.
The other two had some things that I wasn't expecting.
It makes me feel better. I'm looking at some of like the worst Cedar Point stuff, and most of it is like 1 in a million. This bolt came off and hit somebody, you know, at some point, and then most of it is people jumping fences and trying to get like their wallet, and then they get hit by something, you know.
Yep. That's why they have fences.
Yeah, I trust engineers, you know, but like I think anybody at any point in their day might be like, fucking, just go, it's fine, you know. I want to be like, no, the engineer knows exactly when it's safe and when it's not.
Being there early, you see a lot of them running like their test runs
Yeah.
to make sure that they're working okay and operating everything okay. I know that the Beast at Kings Island.
Beast, yeah.
They
That's
have
the
a process
wooden
where
one,
like
right?
it's like one of the longest wooden roller coasters in the world.
It has a loop as wood, right? Or something
No,
like that?
Son of the Beast used to have a loop.
Son of Beast.
And then they tore it down because
I remember
wasn't
going
good.
on that one, and that thing would do this in the wind, you know?
I did ride that one before they tore it
Yeah.
down, but they don't have that one anymore. But
Okay, no Son of Beast.
there's a process for the Beast that they have in the mornings where like they walk the whole track. So they start and it takes them like I forget what it was, like 2 hours or 3 hours, something like that, to walk the whole track. I forget what it was. It was a long time.
Yeah.
But they start at like 5 in the morning to walk the whole track before open. And I'm assuming they just walk it and check the track.
Just check everything. Good. All right.
But yeah.
Well,
But
sounds like it was a lot
it
of
was
fun.
fun. I enjoyed that.
I think they have like weighted like dummies when they do test rides in the morning.
I
Or
also
the employees get to ride.
I was gonna say I also read a thing where employees often
Oh,
get to
yeah.
ride the test rides, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to ride the test ride. Maybe the second test ride, you know? Let it run once alone, I'll ride the second one.
when we went, I went when I was 18 and 19 because it was like my graduation thing and then my brother's graduation thing the next year. My dad tried so hard to convince me to get a job there because you can live on site.
Yeah.
And
There's
you do,
like apartment buildings and
Yeah,
stuff.
and you just on your days off, you could just go in the park for free and do whatever you want. And it sounded really cool, and I was just too afraid to be 8 hours from home for summer like that.
Yeah.
But I looked it up later, and like the apartment stuff is not great because it's a bunch of 18-year-old kids that live alone
Yeah.
with no supervision.
It's usually younger, 18-ish. You do get like the apartments aren't like huge, I don't believe. And there is like a bus that will stop by and it will take you. So like it's just kind of set up. So like, hey, come ride this. There you go. Now you're there. But yeah, I don't know. They're hiring right now for their Halloween stuff that they have coming up. They're looking for like actors and makeup artists and stuff like that.
That'd be a cool place to
All
work.
of Blind Wave becomes actors for a weekend. Do a Halloween weekend.
Halloween weekend. Melanie was like, dude, makeup artist, that'd be cool.
Rick, I imagine usually when you go, you're with a group. Like, you're not getting lost in there, are you?
Going where?
Like a theme park?
A theme park?
Yeah.
I have never been lost in a theme park.
Okay.
No.
Because I would often like run off by myself, and I'd be like, "Oh shit, I don't know where I am." But that was years ago.
Have you guys been to one since you were younger, or? I know you said about Kings Island and stuff, but
Not since I've been younger, and even when I was younger, they were never really my thing.
I think the last time I went was like maybe when I was like 25 or something.
Like I've taken Evie to the Renaissance Fair, and they have like the hand powered rides or whatever. But I've never taken her to a theme park.
gotcha.
I was always when we went when I was a kid, like I was always the youngest person because I was tall, but I was quite young, so I still had a lot of fear. But I enjoyed the fear. My
Yeah.
mom did not.
My
Like,
younger
she would go
two-
on like 2, and then she'd be like, "I'm done," and she'd just wait. You know?
My younger two want to ride everything.
Yeah.
Colson is the one who's like doesn't really want to ride a whole lot. He's kind of afraid of things. Leon's favorite ride at Kings Island was the Flight of Fear, which is one that like launches you. It's either 50 or 60 miles an hour, but it does it in like 3 seconds or something like that. Like it's another magnet launch, I believe. So you just like, you just take off, and it's all an inside coaster, so it's all dark, so you don't really get to see. And Leon and I were talking about it, and he's like, "Does it go upside down?" I'm like, "No, I don't think it goes upside down. I don't know. It's all dark. It's hard to tell." You know, you can kind of see a little bit, but you can't see that great. You know, and I looked it up, and I was like, "Oh, it has 4 inversions in it." I just don't say anything at this point, because if I tell him, he wouldn't ride it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything. And we got in line. In the line, I don't know, it was under an hour. And we also like, it's hot at Kings Island at the time, and it was air conditioned because you go inside a building.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
And so at least then it was a little cooler. We went through the line. We get up to the front, and we got to the point where my sister, when I was a kid, I don't remember how old we would have been, but we got there, and it was my mom, my dad, me, and my sister. And my sister saw how fast it launched off, and she started bawling. And she's like, "I don't want to ride the ride." It's like, "It's okay, just get on, you'll be okay." "No, I don't want to ride the ride." And it's not one of those rides where like you just get off on the opposite side. It lets you off elsewhere.
Okay.
So you couldn't just step over, and my mom walked back through the line to get out, wherever it was. And I remember that, and then just me and my dad rode. But we got to there, and Colson saw, and he goes, I'm like, it's okay, just keep your head back against the seat. That's all you gotta worry about. So he rode that one. The last time we were there, it was me, Leon, and Kanan that rode it, but Colson and Ayla also rode it with us, and they all liked it, and that helped open Colson up to riding more stuff. So he rode the Gatekeeper, which is something he only rode the kid rides last time we went. So he rode like, there was like a Snoopy one where it was like a little log thing that pulls you back, and it does a thing, and it brings you back along, and that was like, I don't want to ride anything else.
Does Melanie go in all of them?
Not a
I was
single
going to
ride.
say, I can't imagine she does that.
Not
The
a single
anticipation
ride.
of being like next, I think would kill her.
No.
The anticipation for it.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, Melanie, ride this one will be okay. You can ride this one. No, this one will be okay. You can ride this one.
I tried to talk her. Tried to talk her into there's a big wheel that spins. That one's like surprisingly fun.
The only ride, and I say ride as in, because I mean you ride it, was the Skylift at Cedar Point. Like it's like a ski lift thing that like it's just I'm here and I want to be over there.
Right.
So you just ride it, and it's a cable car kind of thing, right?
okay.
And it fits like 4 people. That was the only thing she rode. And during that, as we started like, and Ayla was like, "Oh, it's kind of like a roller coaster." "Shh, don't you say that to your mother here." And like she was like, "I'm just trying to stay calm." And she didn't ride it back. She didn't ride it again. That was the only one she rode. She didn't ride any of those. So I tried. I was gonna do the Ferris wheel, but we never did the Ferris wheel.
No Ferris wheel. Gotcha. I suppose the last time I rode a roller coaster was Universal Studios when we went. Not that they really had any. real
Harry Potter then was probably like.
Harry Potter was probably the most roller coastery. There was an Indiana Jones one.
Did we do a Jurassic Park one?
Yeah, that one was.
That one's more log flumy.
That's more of like a log ride, I suppose.
But yeah, the Harry Potter one's probably the closest roller coaster.
You remember that one,
but
right?
it's
That was the one where like the guy's like, at the very, he's looking at me like, "Yeah, you'll fit," I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool, thanks," Because I often am in places where I'm either too tall or too wide. But I remember whenever I got in that ride and everybody was going three clicks.
Yeah, 3 clicks. 3 clicks.
So mine goes, and he looks at me, I look at him, he's like, "I think you're good. You think I'm good?" So I'm up there fucking shit.
Yeah, his ride was very different than mine.
He's like, yeah, that's a 3rd click. I think you're good.
Dude,
Oh, man.
Flight of Fear has a very, it's only a lap bar as well, but it's, I saw a guy where they were just, pushing,
Ugh.
and I had a ride that I did where I was riding with Kanan, and the lap bar came down, and we put it down, and I put it to my legs.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, that's good. And the guy came around, and he came to Kanan. Kanan's a lot smaller than me,
there's a lot more space.
And it was at me, and he, stared Kanan in the eyes, was like, and pushed it down to where it was for Kanan.
Yeah.
And I was like,
You're like, "Oh, fuck."
And the guy left, and Kanan's like, "Are you okay, Dad?" And I was like, "I'll be all right. I'm not having kids anymore anyway." So yeah, that was a fun one. I loved
it. Was the Harry Potter one was one in the castle? Someone asked.
Yeah, and the
was the
castle.
castle.
You did a little Quidditch thing and stuff. It's weird. I call it it's close to a roller coaster, but it's hard to really tell what you're doing because there's all the visuals and stuff. So I'm I don't really get a good grasp of the ride itself. It just feels like It's like what was that? There was a Transformers one or something, right?
There was.
Where like it's kind of roller coaster.
We got stuck on that one.
But yeah, we did. That's
Like
right.
for a long time. It like broke down. But
They
it was
came and
more,
got us, right?
They came and got us, and we had to like leave.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
We got off on like a, was it like a ladder or something? It was something like that, wasn't it?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I forgot about that for until just now. But yeah. No, one of my favorite ones at Kings Island, I don't like the ride at all. Like, it's jerky and it's kind of boring,
Okay.
right? Like, you climb and it's not really, it's just kind of like you get up here and now we kind of like, and we just kind of ride, you know? There's no like big drop. But for Colson, it was one of the first ones I got him on because I'm like, it's not that bad of a ride. Like,
Yeah, this is like a starter.
It's jerky, but there's no big drop. You're not gonna freak out. And we were riding it, and one of the favorite things Colson had on it was the announcer guy was like, prepare for this in the park. You know, it's like you're not gonna go upside down once, not twice, not 3 times, but 0. You know, and that stuck with him in his head, a lot of it. But at like one of the climax parts of the ride, like there's another climb, there's a second climb, and we start going up, click, 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 and Colson looked at me, and goes, what's this? I'm like, I didn't tell you about the second climb. He goes, what? I was like, yeah, get ready, Colson. And as you go up, you're inside a thing, and there's all these statues, like what's his name? Not Ermac, but Olmec from
Olmec.
like Legend of the Hidden Temple. Like they have like that kind of face, and they're like, oh, and they're doing
Like
this
Mayans,
thing. Yeah, and you're just climbing up towards him, and he's like, like get ready, Colson. And you come over that, and you go, shoot, and it ends. And he just looked at me like, and like we wrote it again, and he was like, I remember this, Dad.
That's hilarious.
No, we should, I don't know. A blind wave trip would be fun or something. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
It's not that far away.
they're both
I would do it.
3.5 hours ish, you know, somewhere in that range.
I'm so ready to go right now.
The last time, I think the last time I was there, I was a little bit bigger than I am now. And there were a couple of rides where I'm like, I don't think I can do this one. So
Sure.
I could maybe try
Yeah.
now. I think it'd be fun.
They have seats at the beginning too, so you can
Yeah,
always
they have
try them and
seats,
make sure that you fit before you get in line, which is good. But there's
I'm
definitely
sure I
some
still
that
have
are
the
tight.
stamina I had then. I'll be fine. Did you have any like good like park food or anything like that, or was it just
No,
expensive as
even
fuck?
yeah, it's pricey. And Colson on his last trip was like, man, it's not very good.
Not good.
So actually, what we ended up doing is the night before we went and got a place called like Chet and Mike's Pizza.
Yeah.
And I got too much that we didn't eat it all, but we had it all put down into one littler box.
Yeah,
And we
sure.
had it in the fridge overnight, and then we had our cooler and we put it on top, and we went back to the car and we got drinks and we sunblocked, and kids are like, oh, I'm kind of hungry. I'm like, well, when we got the drinks, we took the pizza out, and I was like, what's this like? And I ate some, and it's like it's been in the fridge. It's just cold pizza. It's like, anyone want pizza? I'm like, yeah. So we just ate the pizza that we had from the night before. So that's what we did with that part of it. I did have shout out to Alec and Logan, I believe.
Alec and Logan.
We got off. I don't know what. Oh, Valraven. That was a fun one. I think we got off Valraven, which was great. Valraven was on a Cedar Point ride. It only has like 3 rows, but they're like 8, and we got put right in the front. And as it does its climb and it starts to come over, it is like a straight drop. But it also slowly goes
you don't
over
just-
it
okay.
and then drops you.
So you're like hanging a little bit.
Yeah, it's not like Siren's Curse where you hold, but it just slows down. But I got off there, and some guy was like, "Are you Aaron from Blind Wave?" I was like, "Oh, hey, hi, yeah." He's like, "Can I get a picture?" I'm like, "Okay, sure." We got a picture. He goes, "I don't want to take up any of your time, but I watch you guys all the time." I was like, "Oh, cool." And there was another guy named Alec, and then later on we were on a ride. I don't know, it was Gemini or something, and as we were going, we come around and we're starting to do our climb, and I hear Leon, who's like one behind me. He's like, no, a couple behind me, I think. And he was like, Did you hear the lady who was like doing the announcing thing? And I was like, well, I mean, yeah, I heard her, talking and stuff. Did you hear what she said though? I'm like, I don't know what. He's like, I think we have a YouTuber up here. And I was like, what? So she was talking or whatever, and he's like, it was like two or three people ahead of us.
Yeah.
And almost the rest of it was me and my family. My sister had also shown up on Thursday.
Sure, yeah.
So it was like all of us on the
That's
whole
cool,
car.
yeah.
And I'm like, well, she must have been talking about me, I guess. I don't know. So it was just funny. She's like, I think we have a YouTuber up here. And then like when I came around, she goes, I was right? I was like, oh yeah. She goes, Star Wars? I'm like, yeah, we do Star Wars all the
that's
time.
awesome.
I was like,
Oh,
thanks
yeah.
for watching. So that was funny.
I saw someone say, I vote WaveCon at Galaxy's Edge.
Galaxy's Edge.
It's more than 3.5 hours.
It is. It's a bit. I went to Galaxy's Edge too. Whenever I went there, they only had the one Millennium Falcon ride, which is a cool ride, but it's mostly like movement and digital stuff. So I wouldn't call it a roller coaster. But they have like, you go in, there's like 4 or 5 people like in your team. So like one person's piloting up and down, one person's piloting left and right.
Yeah.
Someone's shooting, someone's doing shields.
Yeah.
It's really
That'd be
cool.
fun.
My team sucked. It was like me and like 4 kids, you know? Yeah, because Jancy didn't want to go into it. So
I get you.
but it would be cool to go and check that out.
Check
And
out
now
high
they call it Rise of the Resistance, which is the new ride they have, which would be pretty cool to check out too. But
That'd be cool. Yeah. Friday was the last little bit of things, I think, which was we did a double feature. The kids hadn't gotten to see Spider-Man yet, so we went to go see Spider-Man, and then we also went and saw Oak Street. Last on Oak Street, I don't know.
End of Oak Street.
End of Oak Street.
End of Oak Street.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
I saw
gonna
that has Ewan McGregor, right?
Yeah, it has Ewan McGregor in it. We were gonna see the Minions movie, but when we got there, it was a little too late, and they only had 2 showings, and one was a Spider-Man time. So we're like, Melanie was like, "Let's watch this one." I'm like, that sounds fine. So that was a fun movie, and then Spider-Man.
And you got to see Spider-Man again.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then I took Melanie on Sunday to go see Six. So that's something during the vacation she enjoyed. Since she went to like 3 days, she went to the water park, but like the 2 days of like ride stuff, she just kind of like helped. We have like a drink pass. We can get a drink every 15 minutes. So she'd go get a drink and like,
Yeah.
here you go. You want some? Well, I've been waiting and walking around for an hour while you guys waited in line.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, it sounds like you had a good vacation, man.
It went pretty well.
Yeah,
think,
I was. As that was happening, I was just looking outside, looking at the storms, like, man, I hope those kids are having a good time. You know, this could either be awesome or terrible.
Considering the tornado and all the rain and stuff, I
Yeah.
think Cedar Point, I think it was like north enough that it didn't really rain,
good.
especially Thursday. We didn't have any rain. It was
That's
just
good.
overcast.
Yeah.
Well, that
Well,
one
at least-
tornado hit Columbus too.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
Friday morning, I was like, I looked out and it was so rainy. I was like, you know what? They're over kind of like in Cincinnati for this vacation. Indianapolis has a sick kids museum. Maybe they can leave there and go do that since it's raining. So I text Melanie about that Friday morning, thinking, oh, maybe it'll help them out. She texted me back, thanks, we got back last night. I was like, damn it! A couple days too late.
We stayed Thursday when it ended. We just drove home that night, and that was our last. So
But for future, if you guys are in Cincinnati, it's not that far from there.
Yeah.
I looked it up. It looks so cool.
Cincinnati Museum, okay.
In Indianapolis Kids Museum.
Oh, Indianapolis.
It's the
Kids.
biggest kids museum in the world.
I always forget to say, like, people are like, Ohio, what's in Ohio? And I always forget to, like, some of the coolest roller coasters ever
Yeah.
are in Ohio.
Yeah, some pretty good coasters.
Mhm.
But yeah, that was mine for things. I still haven't seen the X-Men finale yet, so I need to do that.
You gotta see the X-Men finale, man. You got to.
Also, my first day was on Rick's birthday. I don't know how your birthday went or if you did anything for your birthday. But happy birthday, Rick.
thank you. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
No. A lot of playing Avatar the Fighting Game. I've been putting
nice.
time into that. Nothing too exciting for me. My dad, though, he's a pro drag racer. So I didn't ride a lot of roller coasters growing up, but the way my mom drove, it was basically like a roller coaster. But Dad's been on a heck of a streak winning the races.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's 4 in a row where he's either gotten first or second.
That's
Awesome. That rocks.
Pretty cool.
Dragons.
I didn't have a fantastic week like yours, Aaron. Though I did early Tuesday morning, I got an MRI.
MRI.
Yep, on the brain. My ear, nose, and throat doctor was just like, he sees that on my chart. It says, deaf in right ear since birth. No idea why. It's written on my chart,
No idea why.
And at one point, he's just like, have you ever got an MRI done on your ears? So I'm like, no. He's like, you want to? I said, I guess. He's like, the worst thing that's happened, I'll just be able to confirm, yes, nerve damage can do nothing. Or not nerve damage can do something, So I was like, okay, that sounds fun. So I scheduled it. I shouldn't have scheduled it so early in the morning, but I scheduled it early thinking, it'll be fine. I'm so good at like compartmentalizing and like shutting everything off if I want to. I'll be fine. I just sit there and not worry about it. But my fear of caves and tight spaces definitely hit me about halfway through. And it was I was in there for like 50 minutes or an hour or so. And I was doing everything I could not to freak out because they give you headphones.
Yeah.
Right? Well, first you put in earplugs. Then they give you headphones. Then those headphones perfectly slot into this like whole harness, and then they put a cage over that, like a football mask cage over that, and then that twist into place. I'm stuck like that. I'm like, okay, I think I'm fine. And then he shoves me in his little hole, like up to my waist, you know? And I'm sitting there. I have a little like panic button. I'm like, I'm not hitting that panic button. Nothing. I'll be dead before I hit this panic button. I'm not doing that. But once the noises started, it was like it's super bright in there.
Yeah.
And like it was like go, 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 go. Woo, woo, woo. Like nothing was ever the same. Every 5 seconds a new noise. Like I thought it was like, this is how you could torture somebody.
Yeah. No, I had to do that after my pass outs that I did. They did one of those for me and everything, and I think they did something for my neck and also for my head. 'Cause I think for the head you wear that thing, but then when they're looking for something else, you don't always wear the thing. 'Cause I've had both, so I know what you mean with that.
Gotcha.
But I also had the same thing where it's like I'm not pushing
this button. No, you're not gonna get that.
I'm gonna not move because if I move, it's gonna mess it up again more. I'm not gonna move.
That would be great.
And I'm not gonna push this damn button.
Yep.
Play some music. What do you want to hear? I don't care. And they just play music. I just try to focus on the music so much, but not enough that I dance.
Yes. Well, they gave me the music, and then like 2 minutes in, when it started to play, I realized, I didn't ask for mono, so I got like vocals and drums for listening to Queen. I'm like, well, at least that's good vocals, you know. But also, it really maybe because I also had the earplugs in or whatever, but I could barely hear it anyway. Gotcha. It was an experience, and at one point, I think I kind of like I said, it was like 5 a.m. I think I kind of like drifted off to like sleep at one point, and like woke up like, you know, like in a nightmare almost. But it was an experience, and I haven't gotten results back or anything yet, but we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
When the guy says like, you never know, and Jancy was like, "Are you excited?" I'm like, "No, I'm not excited. I cannot allow myself to feel excitement."
You don't want to have that.
No.
Because also there's an aspect where you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
I haven't done this for
I could have
35 years, you know?
I could have. That type of machine might not have been available for me back then, you know? But yeah, I'm not allowing myself to think that way. Also, I know that I still have a lot of neuroplasticity in terms of like what your body can accept and what it can't, but like I've gone like 30 plus years without having it, and I don't know what it would be like to suddenly have it. Like it might. Like if I live like this now and you put this on, it might just flip, you know, my equilibrium. So I'm also kind of afraid of it as well.
Yeah.
And you can get it where you can turn on and off. You just carry an earplug and you're always putting one in to just like, okay, I can't have that much now. I need to lessen this.
But the last hearing test I did, it was a little bad in that every time I've done a hearing test, the doctor's always been like, you do like extra work with this ear. Like, if some people's work they do with their ears 100%, you go above 100%. But most people could do this if they wanted to. You know, they just don't really need to. They rely on, you know, all these other senses I don't have because they have to. So because I only have one, like, I would work overdrive with it. And that was always awesome. But with age will just come hearing loss, you know? So now I just have a slightly worse ear than everybody over there now, too.
What if you get this, and because of what you've had to go through, you get that ability with both ears?
Yeah.
And now you're just better.
Maybe.
Both, you know? Like, oh, man, I'm going to treat this the same way I always treated this.
Yeah,
Because you don't know how to use your ear any other way.
Right? Maybe it's like, I don't know, maybe because I haven't used it, like, I don't know. It's like in the Matrix was like, what's wrong with my muscles? Like, you've never used them before.
Yeah.
You know, maybe something like that.
Sure, yeah.
Or it's like Gohan when he feels anger for the first time and he hasn't felt it his whole life because he's had Protector and Goku. And it just fucking takes off and I can hear it around the world. I don't know.
Yeah. You'd be like, what's that? Like, what? You're like, you hear that?
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm still waiting for my doctor to get back to me.
Probably just going to be, it's nerve damage.
I'm fully expecting that. It's like, oh yeah, real bad damage.
At least then you just have it like, it's written there. It doesn't say I don't know. It just says nerve damage.
Yeah, exactly. Like right now, I can't say it wasn't an incident or a loud noise that did it. I just don't know. It's just that because I can feel in it, like if you scream in it, it hurts, but I don't hear anything, it's most likely just the nerves are for hearing are disconnected.
Put them back together somehow, maybe. I don't know.
Twists.
It's like a vasectomy for your ear.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, resectomy.
Resect. Yeah. Snip, snap, snip, snap.
Oh, man.
So I have a question for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I went on vacation right before Aaron, and on the way back, there's a new Buc-ee's in Ohio.
Yeah.
Have you guys been to Buc-ee's before?
No,
Yes.
Nope.
never. Though I
I've been
saw
to
people
Buc-ee's.
wearing Buc-ee shirts at Cedar Point.
I've
This
never
is
heard
my
of it.
first time at a Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's is. Have you heard about like the?
The
Like-
lawsuit stuff.
Well, there's that, but the people that came in from the World Series, like, oh my God,
yeah,
Buc-ee's is crazy.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it in
Yeah.
America.
It is truly a crazy experience. It is the late stage capitalism
Yeah.
at its worst.
Yeah.
As someone who does not like crowded spaces, I hated every second of it.
How would you describe it, Buc-ee's?
You hated it a second.
I don't know. It's you pull up and you're like, okay, that's a lot of gas pumps.
Yeah.
And you look and it
Is it-
keeps going.
It's like
And
the
then
world's
you look.
biggest gas station convenience store
Yeah.
kind of thing.
And you look and you're like, okay, that's the most gas pumps I've ever seen in my
Yeah.
life in one place. And then you realize that's one of 2 lanes.
Yeah.
And there's a whole nother one of those on the other way, going the other way. It's like 200 gas pumps. It's a start.
Are there a lot of people using them?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm like, cause like, what's the tarmac? That's not right. Taranac down 77.
The Terramac or something. And
Yeah.
Beckley or something like that.
It's
I know
in
what
West
you're talking
Virginia,
about.
right? But like,
It's a huge, giant, like, welcome center almost.
Yeah.
But it has, like, restaurants and
there's
stuff. and
restaurants, a lot
it's
of
big
gas
station.
stations, but like, I don't feel like it's always super busy.
Yeah.
But it's also only
It's on the
there-
West
you can
Virginia
only do it on the
Turnpike or whatever.
turnpike.
Well,
Yeah.
like gas stations, you fill up quick. It's not like it's an electric car charger or something.
Yeah. There's that. So then you park
Yeah, true.
and you go in and it is basically a small Walmart
Yeah.
inside.
Okay.
You're like, okay, I'm going into a gas station. It's going to be gas station stuff. You're not prepared for Buc-ee's and no really know about it. You're not ready for the experience.
Yeah.
There's a food section where a guy is cutting up brisket and he's just yelling out brisket orders all the time because they're just constantly filling these things for people to buy all this food, and it's just an open
It's like
kitchen.
It's like a brisket deli.
Yes, it's an open kitchen that you like walk around in a circle. There's like a row of soda machines that's like everything you could imagine. It was an insane experience.
Yeah.
That
No, I saw this guy from the UK that came over for the World Cup, and he was in a Buc-ee's, and he's like, "America is everything they said it would be," with how large and crazy it was,
Where did
and,
they-
and also like ridiculous.
Where did they put a Buc-ee's?
it's before Dayton, I think.
Before Dayton?
Yeah.
Is it along 70?
Yes.
Okay.
Is Buc-ee short for Buckeye?
It's probably close to.
I
No.
don't-
No, because it's in other places. It's not just an Ohio
Oh, it's
thing.
not
It
just in
started
Ohio?
in Texas.
Yeah.
I see.
But they're suing a Beaver Creek like mini mart.
Buc-ee's is
You know,
they
I
are
don't know
known
if you know
for
Beaver Creek
I
in
know
Ohio.
Beaver Creek.
Yeah.
they're known for defending their trademark
Like Buc-
to the nth degree.
Yeah.
It's
Like-
it's like this is a mini mart. They
Yeah.
don't. I don't even think they do gas, but they have a beaver mascot
Yeah.
because they're in Beaver Creek, which has a lot of beaver mascots.
Yeah.
Right.
But they're like a convenience store, so they're suing them to try to do
They-
the closest they can.
They sue a lot of.
And so many people have changed to a beaver like logo to spite it because
Spite
Beaver
it.
Creek's like, this is stupid, and they're going to that mini mart that just to support it.
Yeah.
Because of the stupid lawsuit. But they sue a lot of them.
They are known for taking these lawsuits. Like they have the the Buc-ee on a yellow circle logo. They sued some type of store that had like an alligator with a yellow circle logo, and they said people might get confused.
Yeah.
Like, and what they're really doing is that they're defending it so much, and they can throw so much money at it. They're a huge corporation that they can just wait you out while it goes through the courts, and you have to spend more and more money.
Yeah.
So I did see that John Oliver was taking them on. He's like, look, I know a lot of people they can't afford frivolous lawsuits, but you know who can? Last week tonight.
That would make sense.
So he
I
created
would see that.
Buck Off or something like that, where he is selling merch that looks like Buc-ee's, but it's Buck Off.
Just says
and
Buck Off and
It's
looks
like,
like Buc-ee's.
he's selling like underwear and
Oh my
like
gosh.
pretty much everything, and then donating it all to I don't know, some charity or something like that. But yeah, they are quite litigious. Allegedly, I don't know. I don't want them to sue me.
I heard about because I knew Beaver Creek also from doing band.
Yeah.
Because we used to do marching band, and Beaver Creek always had a band in it. And the way our guy always said it was like Beaver Creek, and just for some reason, however he always said it was just like a thing, and then we just always laughed about it too. But I was like, Beaver Creek, I can't believe they're suing this. Okay, but yeah, I heard about that.
So one, I don't like the litigiousness, but going there, it was crazy, but
Yeah.
also so overwhelming that I hated it.
Yeah.
I have one good thing that, like, it's impressive. Like, the amount of stuff they have and how fast they can move everything is impressive. But they had the nicest, the cleanest public restrooms I've ever seen in my life.
Awesome.
They were so nice.
It's always nice.
There was, like, it was huge. The doors went to the ceiling, basically. There was, like, no gap in the doors where it's, like, uncomfortable.
Some of those like
There's, like,
truck stop bathrooms
Yeah.
and stuff. There's like this big of a gap,
Yeah.
you know. And, like
There's,
I can
like,
just look right through all
There's
this.
a bunch of child changing things in the men's restroom, which generally they
Doesn't
like,
happen
don't
much,
put
yeah.
effort into in lots of places.
Yeah.
So like that was my one takeaway of like, oh, I like this part of Buc-ee's. Is the
Interesting.
bathroom.
That's cool.
Cool.
It would be that would be another fun blind wave trip is to just show people
Pilgrimage to Buc-ee's.
the ridiculousness of Buc-ee's.
That would be pretty fun.
Yeah, Morgan, I heard about that. Did you hear about like John Oliver was on General Hospital, and I think also Days of Our Lives.
Yeah, he put out a call like, I want to be on a soap opera, and he said something like 2 people reached back out.
Yeah, I think he was on both.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny.
He's like in his first scene, like he gets off a helicopter and shoots somebody in the head or something like that. He's like, Jesus, you wrote for me.
Did you also hear about K-pop Demon Hunters? I heard that they're being sued.
Oh yeah, by a Christian
They're
band.
being
It's a
sued by a Christian music band called Demon Hunters.
Demon Hunters.
Demon Hunter.
Demon Hunter.
Yeah, they're actually in the metal community, like pretty well respected for like their musicality. But yeah, from what I understand, like their ticket sales like took off, and
Yeah.
then people were refunding them because they're like, I'm looking for K-pop, and this was like Christian metal. What
I heard
the
of a
hell?
story of a mom who took like her daughter and like 5 other girls and bought tickets and got there and was like,
Yeah.
this is not what we thought we were coming to. So they might, I was like, this seems dumb. And
It
then,
is dumb.
And then they talk about that and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
they might have a point, I suppose, you know.
And there's also the idea that like when you have something like that that's kind of close, like some lawyers will say like you need to do something to show that you are defending your trademark, and that way like if K-pop Demon Hunters came for us, we could say, hey, no, we are defending this, you know. So I've heard that side of it too. But no, when I was a Christian, I knew that band
Did
back
you?
in the day. Yeah, they've been around the scene for quite some time.
Yeah, I heard about that. I was like, oh man.
Mm-hmm.
But if I ever go through Dayton area, I have to try to check out Buc-ee's. I used to stop in an area and always get gas on my way to Illinois when I was working out there. So it was around like Hooper Heights or something like that.
We used to stop right around Springfield. There was a Love's with the Wendy's attached.
Yeah.
I think Dababa is now going to make us go a little bit further every time we go back to Illinois and go so we could stop at Buc-ee's. Because she said the brisket was good. You know, you think gas station brisket.
I like that Jake was grumbling while I was walking with arms full of brisket.
Yeah.
So I just picture you guys, and she's like,
You don't
"Look
want
at
to
all
be so
this." You're like,
upset when you got brisket. That's awesome.
Well, I also have to constantly be on the watch so that she doesn't bump into people.
Oh,
So I'm pulling double duty.
Double duty. Alrighty. Yeah. Was there any other news I heard? I don't think there's any other news things.
Somebody in the comments earlier said that apparently someone from Marietta made their MLB debut. Which apparently, I mean,
yeah.
I know that our local Marietta College has a fantastic baseball program.
His name was on the, like, when you go to the bridge, there was like a big
Yeah.
thing, and I can't remember what his name was.
That was pretty cool.
I can't remember it now.
It's nice whenever the town is recognized for something nice.
I put Marietta, Ohio. Because you might get Georgia.
You might get Georgia, yeah.
Turner Hill sounds right. Yeah.
Turner Hill.
Hill was what I had in my head, but I couldn't remember who it was.
Good for him.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Is that right?
It's nice.
I
when
feel
we're-
like Hill is that might be his picture there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I feel like that top right picture is what they had out there at
What team is he on now?
The Giants.
The Giants. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Good for him.
Yeah, I think he played Sunday, right? Because we went to the Third Street Deli, which is what,
Saturday.
Neaters now? All Saturday?
Saturday, because it's the 15th. It was the day after, yep, Marietta. The day after my birthday.
Gotcha. Because we saw 6, and then when we came back into town, we stopped at Neaters. And when we were there, the guy was like, oh yeah, got a 5-day free trial, so I could watch that guy from Marietta College playing. He's like, I'll cancel it tomorrow. And I was like, oh, that's. And then I put it like, oh, I saw that sign. That's what was going on. I didn't realize that was the case. So that's really cool. I don't watch a lot of sports, so.
Me either.
Just pro sumo.
Pro sumo. Yeah.
Let's see what else. Last week, I ended up getting a new weed eater. I know this is very adult stories, boring stories, but I had my electric weed eater from, I got sorted in the Cobalt House from Lowe's.
Yeah.
And the last electric weed eater I got, I think it's really good for like if you have like just a residential home. Like I loved it on my old house. But my new one, like, it just, if I want to do like this hillside that I haven't gotten to all year, like it's gonna take 12 battery changes. It's not the most powerful. The string kind of sucks, Anyway, I was just weeding it that one day, and I was like, you can kind of hit the end to let some more let out, and I just kind of hit it, tap, tap. I felt like it was the easiest of taps, and the whole thing just fucking broke. The whole head just snapped apart like I had hit like the perfect like fault line or something.
On the shatter
and I'm like,
point.
what the hell? I don't feel like I really don't feel like I went harder than Anyway, it shattered, so I'm like, okay. Well, I have all the batteries and the infrastructure for like my chainsaw and all the other things that I use, so I'll go get another one. So I went to get another one, and I started it up, and it felt like it was a quarter of the power of the last one. Same battery, same voltage and everything, but like I would just put it down in grass, and it would take like a little bit for it to cut the grass, let alone the tall weeds that I need. So I got kind of mad, and I was like, all right, well, I'm taking this back. I'm not using this. I haven't taken it back yet. But I went to Bridgeport, and I got a gas-powered weed eater that I'm using for the first time and since I left the farm. And, man, I cut so much that day. It was just cutting through like everything like it was, like I had a katana,
Really?
So I got so much work done, but I also just kind of forgot because I was running it so hard. Like, hey, this stuff gets pretty hot sometimes. So I end up burning myself, and I have this nasty blister that I can't help but want to poke and to
Don't
squeeze. Like every day I'm like, come on, I'm gonna do it, but I know you're not supposed to.
But oh man.
Huh?
I saw it the other day. I wondered what it was.
Yeah, so I got myself a little heat blister, but I had my gloves on, but they got really sweaty because it was quite hot out, and they kind of like curled up. And then I was working on the head, and I just like touched it, and I felt like, ooh, not too bad. And then it blistered real bad. So anyway, that's my story. But I couldn't believe that thing shattered, Aaron. Like I wanted to take everything that was blue and cobalt and throw it into a fire. I was so mad.
Chuck it all.
So anyway, I'm gonna have a lot less need for my 10 batteries, whatever I have. I know that you have a cobalt, so I might give you some batteries.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't have tall weeds. I just have my grass that I do.
But I went and got that gas trimmer, and I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna have to do the 50-to-1, 2-stroke motor stuff that I used to have to do. I hate doing that. And then I was at Bridgeport. I'm like, oh my god, they just sell it like in a little tub. Like, hell yeah. I don't gotta do the mixture.
No mixing.
That was like one of the reasons I went electric. But I don't want to get it wrong.
What if I mess it up?
What if I mess it
break
up?
it off?
And everything's just like back in the day, like if you had to change out the air filter of those, you had to get the screwdriver, take everything apart, and you never got it back together the same way.
Nope.
But all the new ones, it's just all there. It's just so well designed, It's really nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's my story.
Well, good.
And that's
Well, I'm
why I
glad you
have
got
a blister.
a good one. I'm sorry for your blister. Don't poke it.
God, man.
I agree with who was it? Someone said something about taco cream. Eric.
Yeah.
Eric.
I put some stuff on.
Eric said it. Eric,
Good, thank you, Eric.
put some stuff on there. Make sure it's good.
Now, I know, like, I want to pop the blister, but I know that blister is a natural protector of the skin that's damaged underneath it. So I gotta wait for that skin to go, and then I can do something about it.
I was cooking burgers yesterday, and I got grease on my arm, and I was sure I was going to get a burn, but I think my skin is too cold to burn.
Dude, I believe it. I think that you could, like, walk on your hands on coals longer than the rest of us.
Right?
I'm not saying it won't hurt, but I think that you could do it longer.
Yeah, Chad says, pop the blister. No. Don't do it.
Everything in me wants to do it.
Are we?
Oh, and also, I'm very close to getting my consultation for my ear surgery. as long as the MRI went okay or whatever. They don't find anything crazy. But to take out that thing that may be infection or whatever,
Man,
they're just gonna cut it out. It'll be my first surgery ever.
Ever?
I've never been put under.
I've been under a few times.
I've only been knocked out at a concussion for football.
Oh, does being unconscious count?
I think so.
Oh man.
I had that.
Dozens.
I've had that a time or two.
Yeah.
I got 3 in one night.
When I broke my tooth, I know I went out a little bit too.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
had to have gone out there in that time for sure.
But no, I've never been put under for surgery. So it's to remove the I can't remember exactly what it's called. But I have like a little hole, and that little hole has a little sac, and inside that sac it gets infected sometimes. So they're gonna cut it up and take the sac out.
Tomorrow I get to talk with a surgeon about burning away one of my nerves.
Oh yeah.
So
Good luck.
Good
be
luck.
interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what all that entails.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Sometimes they use acid, sometimes they freeze it. So we'll see what happens. But doesn't sound pleasant.
You're trying to burn away your nerves, and I'm trying to find out what happened to mine.
Yeah.
Can he borrow some of yours and we can like?
I don't know, man.
I don't know how that
I don't know if
shit
you want to borrow.
You can have it.
Let me cut this part out and put it in his ear. Is this for doing a Calvin
I
thingy?
was just
Or
preparing.
are you just preparing? Okay. Okay.
I'm not-
Spoons isn't bad.
I saw it change, so I wasn't sure, and I saw Chad had
I
asked
just
about
wanted
it
to make
too.
sure it wasn't logged in, so I wanted to make sure I got it.
Amount of time man spends in the wild.
Okay. So like
Are we counting time skips?
Time on screen.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. In the wild is just not in civilization, like not in
Right.
right. Okay,
Yeah.
like it doesn't be in the forest. It's not like Hatchet. Like
No.
Hatchet counts.
Yeah.
But so would Castaway,
Castaway. would
where it's
count.
like on an island, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But Jumanji would be very low.
Oh, yeah, because they wouldn't be lost in it unless it's Jumanji, like The Rock.
Yeah. Like Jumanji 1 would be very low because we actually spend no time with him.
Trapped,
being
lost.
trapped.
Yeah.
We're
Dude,
just
putting that
sitting
on there would be a really tricky
there.
one.
Yeah,
though.
that's exactly
Would.
what I was
Ooh,
thinking.
I like that. I like that.
Like E, like low.
in the wild.
'Cause I don't think they spend any time truly in the wild.
Do you count on the highway next to the trees? All right, wait, hang on. First.
Okay.
Are we doing this wild idea? Is this what we want to do?
Do we have any better alternates?
I like the idea of it.
I like in the
being
wild. I think
you
Calvin, like, you know, we like to do this like tailored to the person. We often
Yeah.
talk about how we found Calvin in the wild
Yeah.
under his rock.
can. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Chat, we good with that? Then we do that. All right.
So we can't do anything I think too super obvious though, right?
Like what? Like Castaway?
Well, like into the wild. That's the first thing I thought of.
Oh, I don't.
Sure.
I don't know what that is. What is that?
Well, it's a guy that like just leaves civilization and
Does
goes
that? Okay,
into
yeah,
it.
let's not do that one.
Yeah.
I would do like
Castaway.
Castaway would be good.
Yep.
What's that one? The Gray or whatever. It's like Liam Neeson with
Liam
wolves.
Neeson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wolverine
Gray.
claws. Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe what's that Leo DiCaprio? I assume
The
that's-
Revenant.
Yeah, maybe that one. I've never seen that one, so I don't know.
That one's good. That's pretty. I would say a lot of that's wild.
Yeah.
I can't remember it too much.
I would say
Okay.
a lot of that's wild.
Apocalyptico. He's running through that jungle a lot.
It's a first civilization.
Where do you put Lion King?
That's all wild.
But
I guess
that's-
it's
but
their
their
civilization.
civilization.
Like,
Well, Simba leaves civilization.
yeah,
like-
Pride Rock is like, I guess.
So do you only count that part? When
Yeah.
when he's
when
he's Hakuna Matataing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the wild. The
That's
Mammoth
his wild.
Graveyard is probably the
So
wild.
you put Lion King on there, but it's more of like
An A.
yeah, or a B maybe or something. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
what's the C?
So the topic is time spent in the wild, right?
C would have to be 50-50, right? It'd have to be.
That's why I was like maybe Lion King's more of like a C.
C could be jungle to jungle.
Okay, the Tim Allen.
Is that
Movie?
too obvious?
Maybe.
of
They
a
don't spend a
type?
lot of time there.
I do remember Jungle to Jungle with Tim Allen. Yeah.
I think we're giving away
Yeah.
the basis, but not the. It's a little too wild.
This is a good question. Does space count as wild?
No, I
No.
don't think so.
I
It's nature because it's natural, but it's space is generally a vacuum with nothing other than some particles and stuff. So it's not nothing. But you know,
So you wouldn't count The Martian. as him surviving in the wild.
I wouldn't necessarily call it like the Martian wilderness. I would say it's the
But-
Martian wasteland.
Is Tom Hanks in
That's-
Castaway in the wilderness?
Yeah.
So if,
It's in the jungle.
are you in the wilderness if you're in a desert then?
Would you count?
It's a
Yeah,
wasteland.
if it has life, I would say.
Would you count John Carpenter's The Thing? Because they're in a wasteland, but they're in
They're in
like,
an installation.
yeah, a civilized
I would say that no, that's a civilized.
Yeah. Like if Brian from Hatchet was in like a house, it wouldn't be the same as he's in a shelter he had to build, you know?
yeah.
So I would say that one isn't necessarily the wild because they have like
They have
resources that you find in
resources
civilization.
and amenities.
Yeah.
Where would you put? Dang it!
Now Swiss Family Robinson or Gilligan's Island, I would say is in the wild.
Sure.
But I don't know how the hell they do what they do.
Yeah.
But that's kind of civilization.
So Lost in Space is not in the wild.
I don't think so, but I could be definitely convinced that it is. I don't know. I don't think so. What is the definition of
Land of the Lost would be in the wild.
Land of the Lost. What about what's that one movie where dang it, it's like two divers like stuck in the ocean for like a long time.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Does that make sense? It's not like Deep Blue Sea, but it's
No.
like blue or it's like I'm sure chat knows what it is, but
I'm sorry, what was
I swear it's like I think it's like two people who I think they were diving
Yeah.
and they come back up and their boat's gone and they're just stuck in the ocean.
I can't think of the name of it. On that note, though, 128 hours.
Ooh, yeah, maybe, yeah, with the rock and everything. Is it called Prey? Is that what it's called?
No, it can't be called Prey. That doesn't sound right.
It doesn't click with me. But I swear. it's-
Lord of the Flies is a good one.
So I just wanted to get my terms correct. Wild
Open water.
open water.
Yeah, that might be it. Open
Yeah.
water.
I think they will be good to like push them off course maybe. Those ones.
Maybe.
But wild means living or growing in a natural state without human control, while wilderness is an uncultivated, unsettled region left in its natural state. So I think a desert could be wilderness.
Yeah, but we're talking about like being in the wild, right? Is the idea not in the wilderness itself?
Sure.
Or which one are we talking about?
I mean, they're one is a root word of the other.
Okay, so we're fine with it. Just
I
being
think
the same
so.
thing
Yeah.
then. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just trying to.
Wild is generally an adjective, like, oh, that's a wild
Yeah,
animal.
in the
you
wild,
know?
yeah.
Not like that animal lives in the wild, if that makes sense.
So in that idea, where's Lion King go?
That's fake.
What do you mean it's fake?
I mean, like, I don't know. I'm trying to like think
Okay.
of like, well, what's
Look.
human civilization? Like, they have Pride Rock,
Homeward Bound.
but they control
Homeward
it.
Bound. Where's that-
Mostly wilderness.
That's mostly wilderness,
good
but
right?
not all.
Like A?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Homeward Bound is a good fucking pull, dude.
It's a good one.
I love that movie.
Because at least that one is like civilization is their home.
Yeah.
Right?
One of my
And-
favorite reaction video genres is old men watching Homeward Bound's ending for the first time. There's at least 15 of them, and it's so wholesome.
I would also count The Farm as civilization.
I don't know what that is.
No, in Homeward Bound.
Yeah, whenever they go to the
Okay.
ants farm or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
Okay, sure.
and
That
that
is,
thing
that
happens.
is a settled.
I thought you meant a movie called The Farm.
No, no.
But yeah.
No, the river, the hills, the
Yeah, it's a settled place. It's
the
Eric's,
porcupine.
Eric's dad's place is not the wilderness.
No, I would say like the 1 acre where all the barns and stuff is not the wilderness. I might say that like some of the cow fields could be. I mean, they're just woods, but they have like fences in them, which I say is human control. But it doesn't really keep anything out. I don't know.
Okay.
But if I found a fence, I could just follow it to civilization. You know, like so maybe that would be
If that
lost.
civilization is still there.
That's true.
I think we should put the first rock Jumanji like at A
Yeah,
or
sure.
something. You know what I mean?
The rock Jumanji.
Because you have Jumanji at the bottom, but you have Jumanji at the top, and I feel like that's gonna kind of throw you off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they're
like
not.
it.
They're in a computer.
I quite like Harry and the Hendersons.
That's a great movie.
That one should be like
It's
D
good.
or E, right?
Yeah, it's like somewhere around C, but more on
Oh yeah, it should be. I guess it should be. It should be. I think it should be D.
D. Yeah.
Because like you start in the wilderness,
Yeah.
but then it's all like back home, really.
Right.
And then I guess you end at the end, but it's not very much.
Okay, I know Calvin well, and I know that if I say Fellowship of the Ring, I'm gonna be able to point to that one part where Aragorn and the hobbits are walking, and they're like, "Where are you taking us?" And he goes, "Into the wild." I know that he'll be like, "Yeah, okay, I understand why you put that there," but I think it could be kind of lower because they do a lot of walking in the wilderness, but
Yeah.
mostly their scenes are like in civilization, I guess.
In Fellowship.
Yeah, Fellowship has a lot more wilderness than I'm thinking though.
Would you count? Would you count Moria as the wilds or civilized?
That's civilization. It's a destroyed civilization, but
ruins.
it is dwarven civilization gone to ruin. You might say it's like no, all the goblins and stuff have a pretty big civilization in there. They like
Yeah.
took it over.
If you start at sea, does it have more wilderness in it or less wilderness stuff in it and more civilization stuff in it?
If you start at sea,
Yeah, so you're starting at sea. Let's say it's 50-50.
You've got the mountain.
Like,
the mountain.
yeah. Do they spend more time at the Shire, Moira?
more
Moria.
time.
Moria.
I would say
Moria.
I think it actually is a pretty good sea, maybe.
it might be a pretty good sea. I mean, they're in Hobbiton, they're in Bree, they're in Rivendell, they're in
Yeah.
Lothlorien. They're in a lot of civilization. But I'm trying to think like in terms of actual movie time. I think they're in civilization more than they're not. But it's close. So it's sea.
It's pretty close.
I think it's sea.
Okay.
I think it's sea.
Let's see. So we've had Fellowship as a sea. What else did we say as a
The
sea?
thing is that there's like ruins of Numenor everywhere, you know. So if I want to be consistent with the Moria thing Jake said, or I said to Jake, then I have to be more consistent. So maybe he's right about the Moria.
I think it probably would count
Yeah.
as civilization
Yeah.
because it's not the wilderness that is a threat to them. It's the goblins themselves.
Yeah.
Which are
It's
not part-
dwarven civilization delving too deep.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Jungle to Jungle actually works because,
He's not in the wilderness much, huh?
yeah, they're in like the jungle village, which is still civilization.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also think wilderness is dependent on your character's skill level.
Like what's wilderness for me might be different.
Than
Then, like-
wilderness for Calvin.
Yeah.
Ace
So,
Ventura,
like-
When Nature Calls.
Is that Tim?
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen.
He is not prepared to be in that.
No.
Like that is also a very low end civilization. That's a true like
It's
jungle
like
village.
it's like Indiana Jones or Willie being in a place, right?
I think that's still
Yeah.
counts as C because he is so out of his element that that's probably wilderness to him.
All my things I have jungle in them, which I feel like is gonna set off alarm bells.
I know. There's things where I'm like, I think that might be too. What's ones that are
Like I
good?
want to do like Jungle Book, you know, like that's all in the wilderness pretty much.
I mean, in Mad Max, you're driving through the desert a lot.
yeah,
Ooh, where's Mad Max?
in
Does that
cars.
count?
which
Is
I
that
think's the worst.
civilization?
I think so.
At that point, is that civilization? Does that matter?
a lot of the areas they are on roads, but then they make their own roads.
Well, which Mad Max are we talking about? Fury
You want
Road.
to do Fury Road?
Maybe.
Because the original Mad Max, yeah, they're on road. a
Roads,
lot.
yeah.
Fury Road. There's
It's,
a surprisingly little amount of roads.
They
in
have
Fury
like
Road.
they have like suggested paths, I guess. Like
Yeah.
go that way.
Like the Predator.
the Predator.
The Predator is all in the wilderness, pretty much, other than the
Well,
little village. that they
There's a
blow up.
little
And they
bit in the
destroy that
village,
village.
and at the very beginning,
Yeah, the military base.
the son
Yeah.
of a bitch.
Yeah.
But it's mostly wilderness.
Mostly in the wilderness.
Yeah.
That's that's an S tier.
Is that S tier?
Yeah,
Like
I
the-
think Prey would probably be the same.
I feel like I'm trying to find like for S
Yeah.
is like what's a place that you never really get a chance to be in civilization.
For S.
Yeah. Right? Like I think the gray
Did we put Castaway on?
at most is like the plane in the beginning. Castaway's not on here yet, no.
Not yet.
Castaway has like a half hour not in the wild. You know,
Right.
like with the FedEx stuff in the beginning and then when he comes back at the end. But the majority of it's, I would say, the wild.
So is that like a B? If it's like a half
Yeah.
hour of it?
Maybe.
Probably similar like these.
Balto is almost all wilderness.
Bolto.
Yeah.
Isn't this town? Because that's where he finds out to get the medicine. And you go back to the town a little bit to check in on how the people are doing
Yeah,
to keep the stakes high.
right.
That's probably the same as like the Gray and Homeward Bound and Castaway.
Baba says a bug's life.
Bugs.
I was gonna say Fern Gully. Could be
That's
good.
almost entirely.
I think that's almost all in the wild.
But
Yeah.
so like in
Well-
the same
Jungle,
sense,
though.
where does Lion King go to where does Ferngully go?
Yeah, because there's like a fairy village.
Yeah,
right?
they live in that jungle. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah, that's
some
true.
half the time or so they're like when
I know,
Robin Williams does
I
the
got
song,
confused
that's
on-
the civilization, right?
I got confused on human control. You know?
Yeah, sure. Like that's
I
why
mean,
like
some of my deer might have like houses and I just don't know. I don't know.
they might they have a home or, you know. That's why like Lion King is like no, that's when he goes to the other place across the desert, you know. He leaves home. He leaves his civilization.
Like for the Little Mermaid, she leaves civilization and goes to the wild.
that might be a 50-50 one maybe.
It's relative. I like relative. I like relative.
Yeah, when is she in the wild? Is it when she's in the ocean or is it when she's in the town?
Like from her perspective, it's when she's
Yeah,
in
but
the
that-
town. It's like the whole Tim Allen thing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the
but
same
if
idea.
that's the case, then we have to reverse the Mines of Moria ruling,
Maybe.
because that isn't a civilized place
Yeah.
that they're in for that movie, and they're in Moria a lot,
A lot.
bro, good while.
Yeah, but it's one of their
20
civilized
minutes.
places.
Or, yeah, 25
Right?
minutes or so.
It's like the place they built.
It was at one point.
It
but
is
it's
and
not
it isn't.
civilized.
Whereas she never built anything out there on the land, you know?
Yeah, true.
Gimli's like, this used to be a home of the dwarves. Let's go there.
Mine.
And
yeah.
as opposed to like Little Mermaid's like, what is all this? You know?
Well, in that case, then Ferngully is all in the wilderness, because that's a.
No, because that would be their ocean. Wait, are you doing perspective of that one dude or the fairy lady?
The one dude, because he's the main character, because he gets shrunk down and he's there to help solve the thing.
I kind of like Annecy's suggestion of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, because they are in human civilization, but it's so small that it's like it's a wilderness.
It's
and I
fun.
think relative
Yeah.
to the size, it is in the wild.
So does that go high or does that go low?
I don't know.
Because you're still in that same town.
I know,
You
but
never leave that town.
but it's so small.
I think that's high. I think that's real high.
I feel like it's a tricky one that you put
It-
an E or F.
It almost feels like 50-50 because you're like with the parents.
Yeah, you're with the parents more.
I get what you mean, yeah. And they start there.
Yeah. Someone at Blair Witch Project, that's like all in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, other
it
than
starts
yeah.
like dropping off of the
And then the
Alright,
the
yeah.
shack.
So
The Descent. Fuck the Descent. That's a good one though. Is it wild in the wilderness in a cave?
Yes.
Certainly, yes. Yeah, but in the Descent, they start at the cabin.
so the Goonies. Is that equally in the wild then?
It is when they're in the cave.
They're going down in the caves.
Yeah, but it's also more of a dungeon, because like they have built like all of the risk in the Goonies is
They-
from the traps.
There was an octopus, they cut it.
I
Yeah,
think.
they cut it.
Yeah. I think we need more stuff like that because right now when I look at the list, I immediately go, okay, the woods or wilderness or something.
Sure, I
I'm
jumped to
looking-
doors real fast because of what you guys
so
had.
fast. So we got to have something like Goonies that's like Goonies, okay, but we try to place it correct. But
Yeah,
maybe
hide it.
I don't know
That's
if we
why
need to
kinda
get
thought
rid of
about
some
space
stuff.
Which would be a good.
Yeah, let me see.
Where does I Am Legend go?
That's tricky.
That is tricky.
Is he in or not in? That's kind of the
I mean,
Moira.
famously, there's no
Moria.
civilization around him. It's just
It
it's
would
just
be 100% one way or the other.
Right? It has to be. He's
Yeah.
either all in the wild
Or he's never.
all in civilization.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, you see ruins of Numenor all over Lord of the Rings, man. Does space count as the wilderness? What will it say?
Ooh, a goofy movie. That would be
A little bit.
D or
Like-
E. Maybe E. Probably E.
We're gonna add it just because Aaron loves that movie.
I
so
love that
much.
one. And I think it kind of, that's not what you think of when you first think of it.
Sure.
Okay. Under the Foundational Environmental
seen it.
Law of the United States Wilderness Act of 1964, wilderness is defined as an area of undeveloped land strictly tied to Earth.
Strictly tied to Earth.
So if it's been developed, it's not wild, which means I Am Legend would be fully on an F.
I
Yeah.
think so. Which I think is a good one. That might mess you up a little bit.
Okay. I'm good with that, I think.
Yeah, and because international treaties explicitly state that no nation can claim jurisdiction over sovereignty of celestial bodies, only terrestrial environmental laws do not apply to space.
Does that mean Jumanji stays at F? Like, does that move Jumanji down to F? Because they never leave that town, right?
I don't think they ever do. I think the closest I can think of is when they're along the highway and the plant steals the cop car.
Yeah, but they're on a highway.
I know. I think
Yeah.
it's the closest
Monkeys.
to wildernessy areas that I can think of.
No, the beginning where the ancient people get rid of the. Isn't the beginning where they like get rid of it? The kids are riding through the woods and like they bury the.
I thought they buried it at the beach.
I think that's where it's at the end, right?
Yeah, I think it goes to a beach. At the
I
end.
think it's like set in like the 1700s, and kids bury it in the woods, and that's why when they're building, and then they throw it into the water at the end, and then people are walking along the beach.
I don't know. I think it's such a small amount
I
that
think
it's
that's F.
E or F. It might be E at the most.
Yeah.
But I would say F is probably good. Jumanji remake, I'd say is probably like a B or probably a B, maybe an A. Probably A, honestly, because they spend a little bit of time in the beginning, but probably most of it's at.
You could get semantic and really throw it off and put that in F.
Well,
say it's none of the wilds because it's developed as
It's
a
a
game.
developed video game.
well,
That's
like
true.
in Jumanji,
I would say Matrix
There is
isn't in the
civilization
wilderness.
they have there.
yeah, they do go to the market and whatnot. They find the other dude.
But if we so I think B could work.
I'm
But
trying.
And the other idea of the game idea is that
Yeah.
do we drop it as a trick?
Would you count the Matrix as being in the like is that's like in nothing, right? That's in a digital world. So I would say it's kind of similar.
Is that in Civilization as much as this would be in? Because it's a fake New York or whatever, right?
Something has to exist in time and space, and those exist on the circuit boards that they're processing on.
Damn. All right. I mean, I like as a trick it actually
too.
going to F.
I was trying to think of a trick. Okay, what do you guys think about like Native American movies where you have nomadic tribes? Yes, they have civilization, but it's not like established. They move like every couple of weeks, So like Dances with Wolves, he has like the Civil War in the beginning, and then he has that little shack, and then a lot of the movie is at where the tribe lives, but where the tribe lives changes. So I think you can get semantical there that they live in the wilderness because they're nomadic tribes, but they also kind of like they're following the herd. So where the herd goes, they go.
Yeah.
Right?
But-
So like, does that count as living in the wild?
Yes, because it's never developed.
I would say that's a good trick one, maybe.
Sure.
Kevin Costner's Dances with Wolves. Or like Last of Them, he could be a good one too, maybe. Waterworld, oh fuck.
Almost Heroes.
Almost Heroes, man. Yeah, that's similar. Like they're in the wilderness despite they're bringing everything with them most of the time. I don't know if Calvin's seen Almost Heroes.
Yeah, I don't know if he has or not either.
Dude, him trying to get that egg is like one of the best short films in history. You could watch just that part and be wholly satisfied.
That's all I've seen.
It's
That's
so
all you've
good.
seen?
Yeah,
It's so amazing.
he showed me that part, and that's all I've seen.
It's pretty funny. I like that one a lot. I'm just trying to see. I was seeing some other things pop up. I was trying to get.
Yeah,
ideas
I'm
of
trying to
what
think
people
of
were
like
saying here.
the
Tarzan's probably too obvious.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm trying to stay away from like jungle now. We have a lot of jungle.
The thing that's nice is like a lot of this also has, except for a few things, have like an adventure aspect.
Yeah.
Too. So Fellowship, there's Honey I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah.
If we put Goonies on there, I don't know where Goonies go, but that could also be a one that throws it off.
I think if we're going to keep it developed, that whole cave is developed.
Yeah.
as
Should we
traps.
do?
What about?
Sure.
But then they fall into the water where the
Where the
boat
ship
was. Is that?
I mean, that's very small amount of time though, because then
Not
they're
a
on the
lot of
ship,
time.
which is a developed.
Can that give it an E then?
Sure.
Yay, Goonies.
What about like you guys haven't seen Stand By Me?
I have not.
Like they go through the woods, but they follow
Neither has Calvin.
train tracks, so it doesn't matter.
I've seen Without a Paddle, and they're in the wilderness a lot in that.
Yeah.
What about the Transformers movie? Because they leave Cybertron, which is their civilization, and go to Earth.
I mean,
which
they're
is-
always in the wild, but they're in not. But it's all developed by people, right? But it's not developed by them. This is the Little Mermaid conversation again, where I'm like, I don't know where that goes. Technically, her home is kind of developed, but like some other places are not. Like she's just using caves that were just caves there.
Yeah.
She puts her stuff in there, you know.
The grotto is just natural.
Yeah.
But people live in natural things too.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
sometimes.
they live in the wilderness.
Yeah.
They haven't developed.
That's true. That's true.
What all do we have then? Oh, Harry and the Hendersons. That's probably more in the civilization. That's probably D or
It's
E.
more in civilization, I would say.
Yeah. Maybe D.
I think around here's our C's. This is B, like B's.
Wait, so what are we doing with Lion King?
I don't know.
I think Pride Rock is enough to call it developed. They have developed their society there, in the way that their society works. Or we get rid of it based off our new.
We could just get rid of it and make it easier, so we're not trying. Eric, what do you think? Get rid of Lion King?
Yeah.
All right.
Lion King has screwed us too much in the past.
It is a trick. It wasn't mine, wasn't it? No
Yeah,
doors.
I believe it was.
Dragonheart could be fun. Because they're like living off the land for most of it, but they spend some time in castles and villages.
That would be probably a solid B or A.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Like, they live in the woods. But they
Yeah,
often are
it's
coming.
it's similar to Dragonheart.
It's pretty similar to Dragon. I'm trying to think of Dragonheart, like... Yeah, maybe. It's hard for me to remember, like, run times.
Sure, yeah. Oh, Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Merlin would be way high up there just because of the runtime of the movie.
Oh, the Sam Neill one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 2 short movies, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of runtime.
I can't not think of it as... I always think of it as, like, a TV show. I know it's not. But because I watched it on broadcast TV with commercials, I can't not think of it that way. Like, literally, my copy had the commercials in it.
Really?
Yeah, because we recorded it, you know? So I bet you if we ever rewatch it, I'm going to be like, oh, man, where's the Doritos commercial?
How would we count, like, Hunt for Red October? Would a submarine be not wilderness?
I think it's wilderness because it's a
Or like Muppet Treasure Island.
environmental ecosystem.
Where's Muppet Treasure Island go?
I don't ever consider people on a submarine out in the wilderness. They're in a submarine.
But on a boat. How about that?
It depends on if the boat's stranded or not. If the boat still offers like
What if it's been mutinied and you don't know if you can use it or not?
And they do get becalmed in the Muppets.
you're going back to trying to go back to Goonies.
Could you say that wilderness has to be a thing where, like, you could tame it? Like, you can't live under...
I thought it had to
the
be
ocean.
undeveloped.
Yeah, I know, but, like, undeveloped means that it could be developed, right? Or
Like,
is
we
it
have
strictly...
oil rigs.
Yeah, sure.
Well-
But you don't live in the ocean, you live above it.
Yeah.
Like,
There
there are
was that
people
one
that...
hotel that was
there are
under the
people that
ocean.
live, like, not live, but, like, they stay in...
That's still living on the ocean, though, if you're living above it. That's just where you breathe.
Yeah.
Like a boat would live on the ocean. But, like, they can't be there without going in. I don't know. I think it's still on the ocean as an oil rig.
Yeah, I'm not... That one's a tough one for me. Though it might, if we can figure it out, it might really throw a screw in there. Homer Bound, man, I love that movie. Goddamn.
Because if we count an oil rig, we could put Armageddon if we don't count space. But we do count ocean.
They do.
You could put it at least at E. or something like that, where it's like there's a little bit of wild in the ocean.
I think that's too simple. I think that's too developed.
Yeah, I think
Like
so.
a submarine and a...
Yeah, those are developed.
Those are like really highly
Yeah.
sophisticated, developed...
If you don't have that development, you do not live.
Yeah.
Can we put Lost in Space, like the movie with Gary Oldman?
I haven't seen it.
I have. I mean,
Do you count them being lost when they're on the planet?
I was just saying, most of this time they're like in a place where people used to be, right?
Well, they're either in space,
Yeah.
or on a derelict like ship.
Ship.
But then there's like the weird stuff on it.
Yeah.
And then they are on a planet, and then the planet there's definitely wilderness, right?
Yeah.
But like that might be kind of in the middle.
Yeah, it might be.
What about...
I don't know. I don't know.
We could do episode
you're-
4.
A New Hope.
Yeah. Because, like, you spend some time out where Obi-Wan is.
The Dune
And that's
Sea.
wilderness,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Well, episode 6 with Endor. Where's that?
I would say
mean-
Endor's wilderness. Right?
Well, I mean, the
Might have more
Ewoks have a
wilderness.
pretty robust civilization they built. I mean,
But
we're
you're
in
not
the
there
woods a
all the
little bit,
time.
but mostly we're at the indoor installation. We're on the Death Star. You know, we're at Jabba's palace. I don't know.
So you could put that as like an E,
We could.
where it's like a little bit of wild.
Episode 1 is the pod race, and that's through wilderness, and that's like half the movie.
Oh fuck yeah, it is.
I don't know. I think it's a
Oh yeah,
developed
Galactic Racer
racetrack.
comes out soon too.
What?
I think it's a developed racetrack.
Is it?
There's
might
like
be.
there's like sticks in the ground.
I would say a quarter of it is developed.
I think you could put episode 6 at like E, where it's like there is some wilderness indoor, but then you're also like in the Ewok place, in the other bases, stuff like that. So there's some things that are developed.
Yeah.
That keeps a little bit of an adventure aspect in it.
It does.
You know?
That's the thing. You gotta be able to look at this and think of 3 different things.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't want to just be like one thing jumps to you.
Right.
It's like having a lot of these adventure things really puts an adventure thing on there, and it makes it seem like these other ones are like a trick.
I'm gonna say Calvin has never seen Jungle to Jungle.
Probably not.
I think he might have seen everything else.
You want to take it off then?
No, I don't know. It just might not be helpful, or it might be helpful for us.
Well, it might be helpful of saying jungle.
Yeah, it's another jungle thing. There's 2 jungles in that.
Yeah, we already got Jumanji. So I'd say take it off then.
Okay, let's take it off.
Okay.
All right.
It was a good pull
And-
though.
Yeah. All right. I like Harry and the Hendersons being there. Okay. Well, what all do we have? This might be good where we're at now. What's at the top? Blair Witch Project. I forgot about that
I don't
one.
think Dune's a bad shout because regardless of space or not, you're on a terrestrial planet that is an environment that could be called wilderness.
How much time do they spend away from the?
Not much. That's what I'm saying. Like it could go low, but it could like maybe help shake it
So
off. The
him and his
idea.
mom have to hide in the tent.
Mm-hmm.
They find the Fremen. I think it would still probably be like close to sea though.
Because if you count where the Fremen are as being in their developed town or whatever,
Yeah.
Might be a D.
maybe. Put Dune at D. That'd be actually good.
I want something really high up that throws them off. I can't.
Something
think
that's in the wilderness a lot.
That doesn't
Yeah,
seem like
but
it's
like
in wilderness.
you don't think about it like that. Because right now, Blair Witch, Grey, Homeward Bound, Castaway, I'm going like, okay, it's away from civilization. But maybe I'm just thinking that because I know it. But I feel like it's an easy jump.
Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, yeah.
They
that's
have
a good one.
villages in that,
I don't
right?
know if
Maybe
that.
some.
I don't know if that does that go really high.
No, it
Might
doesn't
not-
go
might not
over
go really high.
Castaway, unfortunately.
I think it's like sits around Castaway.
Oh, did we end up putting Predator in?
We have not. No.
If you want to mess them up, do Badlands.
Predator Badlands?
Yeah, because Deck is in the wilderness a lot. But you just naturally think of predators and jungles, and it might not stand out.
I get what you mean. Yeah, that could be good.
Because he's like, the first time you see him, he's in a cave. He's not in civilization. He gets sent off planet. He is then in the entire movie until the end, not in a civilized place, not in a developed spot. I think that would be a solid A.
I think so. I think it would.
And it'll probably throw him off more than
Predator.
Predator.
Because when I think Predator, I immediately think jungle again.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, like a jungle doesn't appear until Castaway right now, but
We could go. Let's do that.
I mean, Blair Witch is in the woods,
yeah.
yeah.
which is kind of a jungle.
But I might look at this, other than Homeward Bound, I might look at this and think trauma.
Sure. Yeah.
Though Homeward Bound has the porcupine, man, and that's some trauma for Chance's cheeks.
I'd probably put it there with Homeward Bound. Yeah. But above
Yeah.
Castaway, yeah.
And the porcupine.
It gets his chance of cheeks, dude. Yeah.
I was thinking the mud pit.
If we count the Matrix as wilderness, that would throw him off.
I think it's closer to being
It's like a submarine.
a submarine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they are surviving in the pipes of the ancient civilization up top, right? They're living in a sewer.
So it's like Moria.
Yeah, I think so.
It's like counting the turtles as living in the wild.
Yeah, the
They're not
Matrix
living-
takes place like in the real world. They're in the human crop fields, and then they're in the sewers for the rest of the time.
Yeah.
In The Matrix 3, they travel like above the clouds and like over land for quite some time, but it's not a large part of the movie. Gotta love The Matrix.
Where do we have Dragonheart at? Is that B?
I think so. I think we do like Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, and Dragon Heart and B.
So right now I have it as The Grey and Blair Witch up in S, Homeward Bound and the Badlands in A,
I'd probably put Castaway in A as well.
Castaway in A.
Probably.
I just know that we said like I don't remember it very well. And Eric just said like 30 minutes of the movie.
I would say if it's a 2-hour movie, it's got the FedEx part in the beginning is at least 15, 20 minutes. And then him being rescued, going to Helen Hunt, going to the lady with the wing package, I think it's probably another 15 minutes.
So I guess with that same sense, Homeward Bound might need to drop then.
I think 50% of the movie is a lot of wilderness, though.
Yeah,
Considering most
it is. No, you're right. It is.
Like I think 50% of the movie being sea.
It's definitely more. Yeah.
too low. Too low.
I think 50% of the movie is where it goes for C.
I think
Right.
that's too low when you average out how much wilderness is in movies in general, though.
Yeah, but then they go down to F.
I think Homeward
Right?
Bound would be
Like-
under.
That's the Harry and the Hendersons is like a D or something, right? Or an E because most of it's not in the wilderness. I think I had it at D.
Yeah.
A Goofy movie. I love that one.
So these are E's.
Yeah.
Oh, I Am Legend, yeah, as an F. 'Cause that's all. He's not in the wild, but he's
Are
in
we
civilization.
doing S to F or S to E?
I don't know. I just went to F on mine when I was
Okay.
writing it down. Goofy movie has a little bit of wilderness. Goonies has a little bit at the end.
Those are D.
I love that people like give us like they're able to like give us instant feedback because they come in the middle of our discussion and say I have no idea what they're talking about because you can't find what our standard is by just listening to this.
Yeah.
What's the standard? Fellowship and Honey Shrunk the Kids have it at C. Does that sound right?
That sounds
so.
right. I
Are they
think.
are they kind of half and half-ish?
Yeah.
So B for these three.
I heard that Rick Moranis made his way to Comic-Con for the first time.
I'd probably put Predator Badlands
That's
above
pretty cool.
Homeward
Apparently
Bound.
he got a very very.
I might actually swap Homeward Bound and Castaway, honestly. Like
I think you might be right. But what Jake was saying like half the movie's in the wilderness. I don't know if you can say that for Homeward Bound.
yeah,
I mean,
'cause
a lot of
there's
it
so
is.
much with the kids and stuff
It's
too,
the kids in
and
the beginning, the
and
end,
and
the
farm.
vet center.
I
the-
probably would.
I don't know.
I get.
They're really close.
I get this one mixed up with the second one. Does the second one have the market thing?
The first one has the market thing.
Okay, so they're in some civilization when
Yeah.
they go
Yeah.
into the game. Okay.
We also didn't discuss if we're turning that into a video game
Yeah, that might be. It was never in the wilderness.
trick thing. Because if that's the case, then it probably goes down to like F.
That would be a fun trick to do.
Yeah.
Like we put Jumanji, both of them down at F.
I think that's gonna throw off a lot of it.
Do we want that idea?
We did say it's what's shown on screen,
Yeah.
Okay.
but I guess like what's shown on screen is there in a computer.
Like, would you count Jumanji different than the Rundown?
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which the rundown is a good one to put in because like
There's a lot of jungle.
there's a lot of that movie where they're in the jungle.
Might be. It'd be less than Castaway
Probably, but not by a lot.
because they have the whole like climax in the mining place.
Yeah. They have a mining town
Yeah.
that has been developed and is being mined and stuff. But then they have some in it'd probably be more like a B, maybe an A.
Yeah, I think it would be probably B.
I've not seen Isle of Dogs.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
So do we want to move Jumanji down to real low just to fuck with it?
Why not?
Sure. We'll do it.
I like it just for messing with Calvin.
I love to mess with Calvin. I'm gonna put Homeward Bound at B.
Deliverance.
Deliverance.
That's in the wild a lot.
Yeah, it is.
I'm putting Castaway at A. So A, Badlands, Castaway, Homeward Bound at B. Is Dragonheart a B? Is it
I
a C?
think Dragonheart is a B.
Can't remember enough of it to
I mean, like they're in like the village in the beginning with the war. Aiden's in his castle a lot. They're at the place where the meat is.
At the ruins.
At the
Whatever those
ruins.
are.
But there's a lot. There's a decent amount in. I just can't think of like the runtime. Like, what is the numbers?
Do you want to just remove Dragonheart?
I don't know.
It might be too tricky.
I never want to remove Dragonheart. Draco's always up there. He's always with us, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe because he's always with us, I might be even okay removing it from this list.
Because he's always with us.
Yeah, I reasoned myself out. We can get a review.
All right. Get rid of Dragonheart.
We just did a really weird cycle.
I had to just go where Draco let me. You know?
Oh, Madagascar's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Because that's a throwing off one.
I feel like it's a B or A,
I haven't seen it.
right? Because it starts in a zoo,
Yeah.
and then they get stuck in the wild,
Yeah.
right? It's just animals were from the zoo, now they're stuck in the wild.
Got it.
So I feel like it goes B and maybe A. It might be Homeward Bound or A, Castaway kind of
Yeah.
area.
I've seen the
Chad, what do you
Penguin
think?
movie, but not Madagascar.
Oh, like Happy Feet?
No, the Madagascar Penguin movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I know what you mean. So at least with Homeward Bound, if not with like Castaway area, and then Badlands is up there too, right? Yeah. Okay. I don't know. If we put it in B,
So, S,
it might be A.
A, maybe these three, A,
Yeah.
B, C, D, and then E.
Yeah. If not,
Maybe this E.
Do you think Dune has more than...
I think Goof. Yeah, I don't know. Wait, hang on.
Dune's probably above Goonies.
I would say.
I
Yeah.
think Dune is up with Harry and the Henderson.
Yeah, I think it's above Goofy.
And I think a Goofy movie and Goonies and If We Ever Return the Jedi are all really close. I made an E and then an F, but I don't know what we're doing.
So
with
there's
it,
two Jumanji back to back at the bottom here.
Yeah, just to mess with it.
We don't have to have both, but we can. Yeah. Yeah, like Jumanji, and I Am Legend are like the bottom.
Okay.
Because they're all, the whole time, technically, like in Civilization.
Yeah.
Actually, if anything, the first Jumanji is the highest of those. Like, it might be E, maybe, depending on what happens at the beginning, because at least it has a little bit of wilderness.
Sure.
But the other ones probably don't have any.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, I think it's a pretty solid list. I mean, it's going to be one of those things where he's going to get it immediately. It's going to take forever.
Yeah.
Blair Witch, Gray. Like, what I do is I look at Blair Witch, and then what's the very bottom right now?
Blair Witch Gray, and then Jumanji, I Am
And
Legend.
I Am Legend.
That's
Okay,
both-
I think that's pretty good. I don't
kinda
think I
tricky.
can. Yeah, I don't think I can grab that.
My first thought goes like, well, those are both kind of scary.
Yeah.
People on their own.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. I think this one's good. I don't think we overdeveloped it. I don't think we went too far.
The thing that's good is I can find a bunch of similarities in I Am Legend and Blair Witch.
Yes.
Whereas the thing that stood out when I did mine was I'm like, oh, I think of doors with these, and then a bunch of animal movies. There's no doors with animals.
We should not have had Monsters Inc. on there.
Yeah, but it's hard to find the S
I know.
besides it.
They were good S's. I think the very bottom being two animal movies that I was like, there are no doors in an animal kingdom.
Yeah.
It was like Ice Age
Okay.
and Lion King, you know?
All right, I feel solid about this one. Make sure you guys are coming back, not next week, but maybe the week after, I think,
Yeah,
for the
week
next
after.
podcast, and we'll see if Calvin can get it.
Yeah. We got there. We finally got it.
We got there. All right, well, I mean, once again, we've let this go on too long.
Too long.
I don't know if we want to check out some questions. I know we had some super chats.
Questions, bits, subs, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And if there's memes too.
And the memes.
We need to do all those things.
Oh, I know. Ooh, boy.
We have a super chat from Uzel Knapp, who says, "Hey Eric, you said before it's hard to go through all the old block videos and dispute copyrights, which is totally understandable. Meanwhile, can they be uploaded on the website? Can I DM a list? That we can put a mirror up on Streamable, which we put up on the website. So if you can watch Streamable, you can watch them from there. We have a
Feedback channel on our Discord.
on Discord, yes, that people put that, and I'll go in there and try to update as I can. Sometimes it's just a lot. I don't know what it is about these last 3 weeks, but like old episodes of like Arrow and Doctor Who and stuff are getting caught. I'm not really sure what's going on. But
I've heard it happening to other channels.
it's
too.
happening all over the platform. YouTube also recently updated a couple things that like work out for us and not for like new people, which sucks. They're trying to combat the rise of AI channels.
Yeah.
And AI channels, you know, they're scraping the algorithm, but you know, a lot of people like overseas that $5 is a lot of money to them. Like they're gonna work hard and they're gonna do these AI channels and stuff. So they've like kind of raised one of the ways that you can get into the monetization program, but by doing that, you're screwing over new people. They're also doing a thing where like watch some people's view counts. Like this will benefit us, sure, but they are doing it so that if you watch one frame of a video, it now counts as a view.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I think that that is going to include the little preview, like when you're looking through your list.
Oh, and it starts to autoplay?
So you're going to be seeing a lot of people being like, hey, look at all the views I got. It really jumped, and it's just going to be that. But that's going to help a lot of channels with, like, you know, sponsors and stuff, you know?
Sure.
But it is, unfortunately, becoming a tiny bit more hard to see. Like, you'll still be able to track, what's it called? Engage views.
Yeah.
But you'll have to dive deep into analytics to find it now.
Yeah. The same person had another question too. Rick, update on recommendations for the website.
So if you're referring to like the update we had a while back about it breaking, that was a false update. It never broke, and they work fine.
The good news is that we never lost access to the information. So yeah, everything still works the same way. So nothing has changed, at least as of right now.
Yeah, something went down over there, but nothing that we use.
Yeah.
So
Didn't affect us.
it could change in the future, but as of right now, things are still running the same way they were. So make sure you update your recommendations. Do that if you haven't. All right, we can look at questions, and then also is that one on the bottom too for the sub stuff too?
There's the sub stuff. Questions are here. I'm looking to see if we have meetings.
Okay. I'll say thank you, King Wizard,
Thank you,
for the 9 months,
King Wizard.
and then
Happy Blonde Way Baby.
Thank you.
Were you looking at questions, Eric? I don't know if you were looking at those or
I can't really read it very well,
my eyes.
unfortunately.
Oh,
Okay, so Nambustrum says, okay, how does Prime Mike Tyson fare against a grappling-based UFC legend like Khabib in his prime? Tyson, boxing rules, 10-ounce gloves. Khabib, UFC rules, in a boxing ring. Does Tyson's weight, devastating striking ability win, or does the lack of ground game make it one-sided for Khabib? I know Aaron and Rick have experience with martial arts. Is there a best or more effective martial art?
so I'm assuming Mike is like he's just fighting.
He's only doing
but
boxing
he's trained
rules.
as a so he's only allowed. He's not allowed to kick or anything. Then
I mean, he's
is that where is like the other
It says
guy?
boxing rules.
yeah. I don't think
Like
he's
the other
allowed
guy
to-
gets UFC rules, so he
Yeah.
can kick takedowns and stuff. Because like as a boxing ruling, like there's once you get taken down, there's nothing you can do. You're
Nope.
not supposed to do anything. I mean, he could punch them, I suppose, but he's gonna be in a lot of trouble in that sense.
Yeah, I
Let's-
mean,
let's
you
look at
can't
their
pin-
weight.
Punch people on the ground in boxing.
Yeah.
So
So if you want to be like, okay, well this guy has trained for boxing, this guy's trained for UFC, but we're gonna give them both all one rule or all the other rule.
Yeah.
We can mess around with that a
But
little
also,
bit.
just like go back and watch some of those early UFCs where there were boxers and
It's-
grappling people.
Yeah,
nuts.
mixed
And-
martial arts people.
Yeah, and like the grappling people win.
Yeah.
Mike is 230 pounds and Khabib is 155 pounds. So it's a
It's a
lot
pretty bit
heavier.
different, but
But Khabib would have ground game, where I don't think Mike would have any training in that.
like Gracie took down way bigger guys.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I'm giving it to the
But did those bigger guys have the footwork, speed, and explosive power that Mike Tyson had in his prime?
I mean, some of those guys,
Like,
like
Mike
they
Tyson-
come at you like on the ground, crab
yeah,
walking, you know,
yeah,
like
I think there's different entrances that he could have of getting to Mike that might not be a thing that he would normally have to deal with, but
Mike's
I mean,
also wearing 10-ounce gloves. And
if he can get to Mike Tyson, I think it goes to Khabib. If like he can't get to him and he just knocks him out in a hit, you know, I think that's Mike Tyson's like hope, is that he gets like he gets one hit on him and it knocks him out.
yeah.
But if he doesn't get that, if he gets a leg shoot, like I don't know, like maybe he catches him with a punch. But if you're not allowed to kick, or if he's not good at like a quick retreat, like you get him down or something, you know?
Because I want to say, like, if the scenario is like, if Khabib goes to boxing, it's Tyson. If Tyson goes to MMA, it's here. But boxing rules can work in MMA. It's just you need to make sure you're covering a whole lot more too. So I kind of want to give the edge to Khabib.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because like, if he doesn't have any training on dealing with some of those holds, like, there's just nothing you can do. Like, that guy will kill you.
Yeah.
He'll just choke you out. You know, it doesn't matter how strong you are necessarily. If they can get some of those crazy triangle holds on you or something, you know.
Yeah.
But Mike Tyson is also known for just.
I mean, his neck was huge and strong.
Yeah.
Like,
And let's not, I mean, in terms of like, I know Khabib is quite the competitor, but Mike Tyson is quite literally like a maniac competitor,
Yeah.
He talks about now, like, I never want to go back into that state. I hate that guy, So I don't know.
And you're saying in his prime too. So, I mean,
You are
it's-
saying prime. So,
I
mean,
know.
the weight is a crazy thing to consider. I mean, if he can get like one or two punches in, I mean, that's a devastating thing if you don't know how to take a punch like that, But he also has gloves on, so I don't know.
I think with ground game, if it gets to ground, I think he loses.
I agree.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I just getting hit by Mike Tyson by anybody that is 60 pounds lighter than him might kill them.
Yeah.
I get you.
I mean, if Khabib knows how to protect his head, tuck his chin, I don't know.
Yeah, you start with a shoot or you start on the ground. Like,
And then you can't reach. And he's not allowed to kick. Because that's the rule. You can't kick.
Starting on the ground does give him like
Yeah, I'll just crawl at you because you're not allowed to kick, and then I'll just get your legs and I'll bite you. No, I won't bite you, but he's
Mike Tyson does the biting.
yeah, I'll do a takedown or something like that, and then you're like, sorry, you're stuck with you can't kick, you're stuck up there, and I win.
I remember it was like the first or second Ultimate Fighter Championship, and this guy in a gi gets this guy in I think they call it the guillotine, where he has his legs between his one arm between his legs and the other arm here, and he's just fucking elbowing the top of his head, and the ref just jumps in front of him, and it's like there's nothing he could have done.
Is below Jose? Was there someone? I saw a couple went through, and I didn't know on the subs part.
go
Go down. King was okay, cool. So Mr. Jose Buc-ee.
the Frenzy.
Oh, the Frenzy. We missed the Frenzy.
Frenzy.
Frenzy, thank you so much. 8 years. Thank you
90
guys for a
96
wonderful
months.
8 years. I look forward to 8 more.
Wow.
Almost
Thank you,
triple
the
digits.
Frenzy.
In 4, you're gonna be at 100. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Mr. Jose says, I just joined. WTF is this conversation about? It's probably us sorting the Calvin one.
Yeah.
Probably.
Thaddeus J. Spider with 57 months. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Zlack QQ, who had 25 months. Thank you so much.
5.
It's Schultz with the first time, I think.
It's
Thank
Schultz.
you,
Thank you.
Schultz.
Thank you, Schultz.
And then Diggus Bickus.
91.
Another
months.
90s.
Wow. Thank you. We appreciate that.
I'm gonna give you guys 2 memes.
2 memes.
Meme. Satan. I have a Snickers.
Oh,
Yeah, stickers.
why? Because you're not you when you're hungry.
Oh, I didn't turn this. That's Satan. Okay.
Satan on Discord.
Okay.
Elliot Family Vacation.
Vacation, all I
Dude.
wanted.
I love the roller coaster in the background.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it was wild.
That's a great face for Ann Melanie choice. All the faces are perfect choices.
Colson. That looks like Colson too. Like he was wearing that the other day. It was like blue jeans and a white shirt.
Hilarious.
In all the rain.
Actually, I think he was wearing that on the trip too.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Well, guys, it's after 5, so I think that's probably.
Did we do these questions up here real quick, or?
Do you want to try to pick them? There's a few. We can go through them real quick, I guess.
Uh,
Muhammad said, Aaron, do you know there's actually an anime with a time-traveling gun called False Memory? I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
SSG Jorge says, "Hey crew, I'm born and raised Southern California, and I have just now come to the realization that some of the most iconic chains here don't exist nationwide. So I just have to ask, do you guys know what a Jack in the Box is
do.
or a Wiener Schnitzel?"
I've heard of Wiener Schnitzel. I've
Jack in
never
the Box,
had it.
yeah.
Jack in the Box, I've had that before.
Yeah.
But,
I've had Jack in the Box.
Yep.
Yes, I am familiar with those.
Yizing says, if you could send one movie back in time to tell your grandparents what 2026 is like, what would you pick? What it's like? Don't Look Up. I don't know. Idiocracy. Megalopolis. I don't know. I mean, what 2026 is like, I think it's easy to go to the negative. But there's really nice things, too, like maybe like some type of like modern medical movie.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, most of our infants aren't dying. You know, something like that. I don't know.
I saw news talking about a possible vaccine for cancer that they had some kind of breakthrough with.
I've heard something like that.
And it's like using mRNA and something else,
Yeah.
and it tries to get the cancer and the immune system to attack the cancer.
Yeah.
And it might work as like a personal.
No, I mean,
Like
Yeah.
it's each individualized, but
Yeah.
it might work as like a vaccine against cancer for that individual person for that cancer to keep it from coming back.
that's one of the uses of AI that I champion is being able to create like specific medicines for specific people. That type of stuff. Like my mom was entering in trials like that whenever it was happening. It just too early, you know.
Sure,
but
yeah.
I mean, there might be a day where like they print out a medicine that will cure just you.
Yeah.
You know.
So
I think they're coming close to a vaccine for Lyme disease.
I saw that too. That's exciting.
Yeah.
nice.
I love going in the woods, and every time I'm always like, oh, fucking, I gotta check everything. You know? I don't
Yeah.
want Lyme
You don't want to
disease.
not be able to eat meat.
No, man, I already
Yeah.
give up sugar. I can't give up red meat.
Would you guys consider sending back a movie to troll your grandparents?
Yeah.
That's what
Megalopolis.
Like, if they think that that's what 2026 is.
Yeah.
I send them Back to the Future too.
Right? I want to send my grandpa back the Lord of the Rings, and then have him go take it to Professor Tolkien and see what he thinks. A lot of people say that he would roll in his grave at some of this stuff, but I think that he'd enjoy it. I don't know. I'm sorry that I sent my grandpa on a quest, but
Quest.
Do your grandparents inherently believe it's true? Because if that is true, I'm sending them like something ridiculous.
yeah, like invest in this movie, the social network, so they can invest in Facebook real early.
There you go.
I send them like the most recent Planet of the Apes movie. You know, like
yeah.
do that. Oh God.
That's a fun question, though. I wish we had more time to really think about it, but we are at the end.
We're at the end. Guys, stick around for a bit here. At least by 6, I'm going to be playing Mass Effect. So that's tonight. And then tomorrow is Halo.
Halo.
Halo's tomorrow.
Halo's tomorrow.
And then Sunday, I should be finishing the Foundation DLC for Control, which has been so much fun. If you haven't, you should join me for Control. The whole game has been so much fun. So,
Yep.
all right. I have nothing else right now. You guys have anything else? We all good?
That's it.
Bye, everybody.
That's the pod.
See you for Mass Effect and for Halo tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.